All right, builders, welcome on in to possibly the finale of Lights Going Out. At least that's my dream here, possibly a fever dream, hopefully not a nightmare. Last time around, we kind of reoriented ourselves, assessed our situation, and made some scathing cuts, some absolute scathing cuts to our various shrines and etc. to try to balance the books. We had a brief golden age where everything was going really well, and it was brief. It was really brief. We actually have recovered our herds a little bit better than I thought we had, but yeah. One thing I had said earlier was, oh, we never have a population problem. Well, we have a population problem. I'm rather concerned. We've been on just a spree of winning very Pyrrhic victories and very, just getting ground down over time. Even on our wins, we've been losing like 20 pop, both fighters or warriors and commoners, etc. So a little worried about that. I did go ahead and we got, where are you at? Not you, you. We have our Bless Youths running. This will help our children grow up faster because I was actually a little bit worried. We're so low that people just aren't available to defend us. Like, we keep catching people and still only having like 50 defenders instead of like 100. So I'm a little concerned about that, especially if the raids are going to continue to get harder and harder. We are in a grim mood. I don't know. We were having a lot of chat last time about if there's a bug or something here, because at least according to Andrew's tally, and this was only a partial tally towards the end, we were at +3 mood. And at one point we were up to +9. So we were 9 points up from wherever we had started when he was tallying, and we never got off grim. Like, we never even got to, I can't even remember what the next one up is. Worried, I think. Whatever it is, we never even got there. So I think we have dug ourselves into such a deep hole that we just cannot get out of grim, which is not good. I would describe that as not good. We have also had a few more gods die. Redalda died, which means no more calf blessing, no more milk blessing. That is going to be absolutely brutal. I think in this version of Groundhog Day, I think that's the only new one that we've had die. Although I do notice, why are you guys grayed out? I don't know why you guys are grayed out, but that's worrisome. Other than that, we're running out of people. If we go to reorganize here, this is a very shallow bench. Oh my goodness, what has happened to you? Oh, hey, a trickster. Well, that's a boon. But this is the bench. This is the entire bench. There's like nobody left alive. I believe this is going to be based on our total pop. So we need to get our pop up to get our bench a little deeper. If we look at our stats, they're pitiful. Our best bargainer is very good. Our combat's all right. Our diplomacy, other than her, we have Rodine and our king, but after that, it starts dropping off pretty quick, and it's going to be the same for almost everything. We had a horrific curse hit us last time that took our language away. We tried to regain it and didn't fully make it. You either speak gibberish or things that should not be speaking, secrets. And we learned that Vinef wished he had strangled his father in his sleep. That's great. And Doressa was like, all praise Walkboth, which is a little worrisome that the shaman that we've been relying on may also be a chaos worshiper, because we need our spirits to fight chaos. So that's not a good sign. That is quite the opposite of a good sign, I would even say. I have it on relatively strong feelings that we have about 10 years at most left. So I'm pretty sure we're on the march to the end. We are currently in late storm season, so we're going to click over to a new season. Our magic is non-existent. That almost makes me want to reorganize right now. What? Oh, you're in Nalda, though. Putting that trickster on here would give us an extra point of magic, I'm pretty sure, if it works like everything else. What could we do? I'm not even sure who we could take out. I guess it would be Paulvale. Kind of sucks to lose the extra field magic because we have had food problems. Maybe I don't fiddle with it now. Maybe next time somebody dies, we'll do it. We had over a year of food. And then the Three Hungers visited us and basically just bullied the heck out of Hanvan. He literally lost all 3 fights. I can't imagine that that's scripted, so I just imagine he sucks. I saw on the magic page that a lot of your shrines are damaged. That could, oh, you know what that is? I bet you that's the stressed. I bet you that's the stress. That's probably what it is, because we've had to call on them for various things recently. Yeah. You were probably right about that. Hey, Sergeant, been a little while. How you doing, man? And Designated, going to mock all the starving clan members by eating chicken sandwich while watching this. Yeah, I had to stop. My errand was to pick up some food because the cupboards were bare. I feel so bad. Like, the time of day I get to the grocery store, if I stop after work, there's only one cashier working, and bless the lady's heart. It's this ancient lady who I really wish she could retire. She was such a hard worker, and she's good, but it's literally just her. It's her and self-checkout, both of which have these ridiculous lines. So it took me 30 minutes to grab just a couple things. Absolutely ridiculous, but I had to eat something. I didn't want to roleplay as our clan here. Hey, Ryan. Good morning, Droog. It could be possible we have so many moods that we reach the bottom tally. It'll take a lot. Yeah, I guess we were, in my mind, whatever the clamp was, if there is one, is way too low. Like, in my mind, it would be like plus or minus 5, something like that. Because, yeah, I don't know. We were at plus 9 and we didn't get out of Grim. So from where we're at, we would need at least plus 7 to be in new territory again. I have a high doubt this is going to get fixed. And plug your ears for a second if you don't want a mechanical spoiler. But this is apparently affects our luck in events. Not only is it the amount of magic we have, that also affects it. So again, just kind of a negative feedback loop that this game just seems to absolutely love. Another little factoid I noticed, on my Steam achievements, we have the Redalda wedding achievement. Only 15% of people have that achievement. That means that most people who bought this game, and let's be honest, nobody bought this game out of the blue, right? You already had to like the series to buy it. Most people, 85% of people, didn't complete the wedding. That is ridiculous. That's a very hard game. That's like not beating the first boss of a DLC, basically. So the difficulty spike seems like it's quite a cliff. You can also make you spout heresies according to the text. So that's not necessarily the truth. Oh, okay, Ryan, I didn't see the heresy bit. That makes me feel a little bit better, but still suspicious. But I suppose that's what chaos does, right? Makes you suspicious of people. Hey, Owen, it's been a little while. How you doing, man? Watching Mad TV? I think you mean Bad TV, Babble After Dark. I've been playing with that title for a while. I can't figure out how to make that work. Should have eaten the rocks. We did eat the rocks twice. They were delicious. We dead yet? Not yet, Andrew. I was just extolling your count and complaining about our horrible mood here. I feel like you see a lot of those percentages on Steam. Real gamers buy on GOG. I mean, maybe, but I don't think GOG's market share is literally anything. I think Steam is a proportional representation when it comes to things like that, or looking at things on Steam chart. Nox says, though I don't know what damage actually does, awful, it makes them totally inoperable for like 2 turns to fix them. Worse than just being ruined. Interesting. Well, we have been taxing them quite hard to make some rolls. So, where are we at? We need food. What are you doing? I don't remember. Okay, we're exploring. There must have been a reason I went that direction. All right, we need enough food so we don't starve. The one thing we did really well last time, we didn't starve a single time. I'd like to keep that ball rolling. Also, a meteorite disappeared here. That's where the Beren people were. Yeah, my allies are getting eaten constantly. That's horrible. I might need to send an exploration there. What season are we in? Late Storm. All right, I'm not gonna do that one despite wanting to. We are gonna send out the forage. This was definitely helpful in the not starving thing. And I like not starving. All right, we'll send him out. Oh, great, I can't even get my normal advice. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, last year 12 babies were born. We initiated 11 adults. We have 47 fewer people. That was like 2 victories and a loss. 11 fewer head of cattle, 8 more horses. We're rich in livestock. Yeah, I guess ironically enough, so many people died that we have a good herd ratio. We actually have like a really good herd ratio. We could go up to like 280-ish and still be good. So that's about where we're at, I suppose, counting the kids. Elmo gave us 17 horses, thank you. We produced stuff, we did stuff. The seers are pleased to report that this year would be fewer sting flies. Hooray. I assume that means maybe our mood's gonna be a little bit better. I can't imagine anyone loves sting flies. All right, 6 magic, and look at this, we can't even put 6 magic into food anymore. We've lost a pasture magic and a wild magic. Great, I love it. I think I am gonna put a point in exploring because that's gonna be kind of the thing we do. We haven't attacked anyone in years. We do need to do that too. We do need to do that too. We can't though. There's no way I can attack. If we attack, we're gonna get raided for like 100 of our cattle. So, yeah. Until we get some more adults, maybe we'll get lucky. We'll get another advantage. Perfect. We've lost so many allies and our own people. We lost our shrine to the ancestors. Great. Took a lot of patience to figure out exactly what the Fireflowers were playing since the murder of Gazentarius, the World Star confused reports, but now I'm certain that they... Obviously, we need to prepare. Great. We're back from our journey to the Gods' War. Okay, that's right. That's right. We went to the Gods' War with her. That's what she was doing over there. Our holy folk have already dreamt up our success there and told you the reward we garnered. Okay, right. We either went or we sent somebody to help. One of the two. We could try some sneaky cattle raids. That I might be willing to try. I also have 1 or 2 other things I metagame know that we probably should do. Emissaries from the Fireflower clan arrived to say, language remains scrambled by Walkmoth murder of the Word Star, but their tone and gestures suggest displeasure with you. Oh. I'm sure there's going to be somebody that still yells at me for picking the wrong choice. Hey, that one has a suggestion. All right, I'm in. Do we give them a gift? You know what? Yes, I'm going to give you 5 cows. There you go. Plus mood. We told them Haberjabaja. They insisted. Finally, they accepted and left. Perfect. The crops have already failed. Some sort of chaos worm slithered through the fields, bursting the seedlings. The farmers are doing their best to salvage things, but will probably take in half as much harvest as normal. Okay, we're gonna plant Enurlda seeds. We were told to do that. Plus mood again, Andrew. Almost overnight, Enurlda's sacred grain sprouted and began to thrive. People were beside themselves with joy. People hoped that we could find more of these amazing seeds. Me too. Me too. Okay, no sick, no wounded. That's something. Hey, and we're up to 140 adults. That's also something. Okay, we are in sea season. All right, I think there's supposed to be something up here that we should probably visit, but I obviously don't have it. So I think we're gonna try another exploration to the north. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it in case we don't actually trigger it, but I was tipped off that maybe we need to explore up here a little bit more. There also might be something at this lake, which we may explore at some point. So I'm gonna use a little bit of meta knowledge here. All right, we're heading this way. You are our best person. I don't think we want to send you. All right, you know what? Maybe our trickster can earn her place on the council. We'll send her out to go exploring. What's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna send no bows and 3. Well, I'm gonna send 5 and 3. We just don't have any people to do Last time we tried to recruit warriors, we got one. Want us to explore? I don't think that was literal, Ryan. I think she meant just we needed to explore more. The trickster's gonna die 100%. All right, we'll change it for you, designated, but if they die, this is on you. It's gonna have to be her then. Yeah, I don't want to lose the Urox guy. I feel like we might need him, and she doesn't worship anything. Combat and magic are both good. All right, this one's on you. This blood's on your hands. Our food situation is dire. Okay, minus a mood. I think... No, I'm not going to slaughter that. We're going to hope for the best. We have food coming, guys. Our exploration mission in the north is confronted by bandits. Our escort is slightly outnumbered. Kill as many as you can. They continued their mission. Good job. Okay. Less than a season. Okay, we're gonna do another forage. We'll go this way with the next one. God, are we really that low? You know what? I can't get advice from people anyways. I'm not gonna send my shaman. We'll send Colvale. And again, I don't want to send very many people out because I need our people here to plant. Hope for the best. Minus another. Man, we had done so good before those stupid hungers arrived. Thank goodness. We found fire fruit as well as a basket of shriveled earth cherries. We brought back enough for half a season. That is not good. That is not good. I visited all of our fields and good news. Our croplands are not quite as fertile as they were when Redalda blessed them, but their wedding gift is still helping our grain. Thank goodness. Many of our horses shriek in pain whenever they are given food, even our carefully hoarded grain. They no longer try to graze as if they wish to die. Doressa says that fragments of chaos have lodged in their bones and sometimes shrink or stretch them. Well, that's horrible. And of course... Walkboth. I wonder if the game actually has this translated into something or if it's just actual garble-gook. Okay, assure the people the situation will improve, inspire the people, seek the aid of spirits, invoke Redalda. I think we're gonna invoke Redalda. We've had this event or one similar to it, and she's about as good as we get for Horse God these days. And... we'll send goods. You want to perform a stronger rite? Yeah, I do. Plus mood, minus goods. Redalda sent a fiery stallion to trample the chaos shards embedded in the bones of our horses. They were soon eating fodder and treats we had offered before. People said it might have gone differently without the brave Rodine on the ring. Yeah, I knew she had done that once before. Whew. I feel like I'm getting bodied. All right, so where are we at? We are at year... So we had 18 years under Ivor and 26 turns here. So that's 38, 44. I believe we're playing the long game, so about a 50-turn game. So we just need to hold out. Like Elmwall says, we just need to hold out. We're there. We're there. Okay, we are in fire season. God, I would love to do a raid and steal some food, but I just don't think we can. If I was gonna do a raid, I promised not to raid them for a while, and I don't remember how long it was. They're really poor. They're in our tribe. They're in our tribe. They're in our tribe. They're not, but they were really hard to fight, and they're also not nearby. I feel like we would need to pick one of these ones, and I think it's the Naro Non that we would do. Raid the Furies? I don't think we can. They were really hard. We only beat them due to circumstances, I think. Everyone else has to be struggling too, though, right? Like, what are the odds that they're going to hit us? And we also still have some alliances. Maybe we could drum up an alliance hit. If we could do one more raid, I think we could ride that out for the rest of the game. All right. I'm going to do things against my better judgment. We're actually going to use survival. No, we have to play. Well, what are our numbers? Our 5 and 56 are 3 and 56. Okay, so slight advantage us. We're going to try plunder. Okay. Reserve 1 and 7. Skirmish. Okay, they come up. We have fierce, conserve strength. Okay, we'll slaughter. Oh no, it's our trickster. The third best fighter. You know you're in a dire circumstance when that's true. Attack them. They turned out to be tougher than Ornori expected. Although she struck down many of them, it was a distraction for the main combat. Okay, we will go cautious. Commit our reserves. Clever. And we lost. All right, well, we still did the fight even if we didn't win. So it's not what I wanted, but that's that. Of course we got raided while we were gone. Our food situation is dire. All right. Minus another one, Andrew. People are still unable to communicate with one another after Walk Boss Myrrh of Gaizen Taurus, the word star. Rodian's gestures and diagrams drawn in the sand suggest she is ready to perform a rite to Redalda, identifying the previous divination as your most likely benefactor in this dire situation. Okay. I don't hate that. I bid not to become my father. I am a failure too, just an opposite one. Okay, so he's just spouting stuff. Nobody's helpful. Okay. Ask the spirits to gather magic. We have 1 point of magic. We have 2 allies left. I think we're gonna ask all nearby non-enemies to participate. We're gonna try to be open. We're gonna send Rodine. She's our best diplomat. Sure, why not? We're gonna get raided anyways. It doesn't matter. They could not understand Rodine's gesture, so she returned without aid. Okay. Minus another mood there, Andrew. Ask the spirits to gather magic. Do we want to tax our bonds? I'm going to say no to this because I'm going to need my food spirits. And we'll give you 8. No, we're early in the year. I'll give you 10 goods. Communicate with spirits called more than for... Wait. Called for more thought than speech, so our shamans were able to convey the request. They said that normally they did not truck with divine rituals. In that case, it might be safe enough. We'll give you 10 goods. We'll give you the good stuff. Do you want to perform a stronger rite that risks the integrity of Redalda Shrine? Yes, because I need to be able to hear people. Okay, plus mood. Rodine rode in circles, leaping between 2 horses, chanting the nonsense words that clotted our tongues. Suddenly, these became recognizable speech. First, Rodine could talk properly, then all of us. We sensed that others would also be spared this terrible blight. The people celebrated Rodine's miracle-working prowess and the contribution of our loyal spirits. We might not have get full credit for what we have done to save everyone, but it was enough to know that we had. People are starving. We didn't find anything edible. Game, you're actually killing me. $2.95. Yeah, I can't do a cattle sacrifice. That's just digging the hole deeper. We're just gonna continuously send out foragers, I suppose. We'll try this direction, I guess. Sell some horses for food? Oh, not this idiot. Maybe. We are pretty rich in horses, I suppose. The Chaos God Teghern returns. His very presence causes sores to open on people's skins. He says, I have long been fond of the poetry of your people. It's so quaint how you refer to drinking beer as yeast flood, and the poetry as the feast of the gods. I made a poem about feasting. Would you care to hear it? He launches into a lengthy poem praising the extravagant feast, lovingly describing dozens of courses and how tasty they are. Hungry people cover their ears, but the poem burrows through. Finally, he is through. Words have power, and I'll give you that feast and more. Just say the word. No, get bent. If we starve, we won't be able to oppose him another day. We have no chance of killing a god. Even driving him off would be a feat for the sagas. Why are we even talking about accepting? I agree, Dorisa. Our ancestors would not feast on chaos food. He wasn't as helpful before. Yeah, he's getting desperate, but so are we. Children have starved to death. People don't want that to happen again and aren't too proud to accept food. From a god? No, 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 no. Nope. Teghern shrugged all four of his arms. Perhaps you people don't like poetry as much as I thought. If you change your minds about my offer, just call Teghern Food Speaker and I will gift you. He slithered off, snickering. Many people thought the ring should have accepted. More food would keep us strong to fight chaos. Dude, you can't accept chaos to fight chaos. I've read Warhammer novels. We ran out of food and our people are starving. No. The people thought the ring was being too rigid. They were willing to deal with chaos in the past. Why not now? Well, we were tricked into it. Shining Blossoms never launched that raid against the Trihorns. They found no one willing to help them strike first. That leaves the Tricorn in possession of the annexed territory. Visiting traders of the Urkarling clan impart information that's yet to reach you. It was the Barmerings who were obliterated with Blockboth Taurus Star. Yeah, we knew that based on the crater. Taurus Star from the sky and hurled it at them. Having explained this, the Urkarling show you goblets of gold that have cooled after recent melting. They want to partner with you in collecting the gold from the crater, offering half of it to your warriors, provide protection against chaos forces, bandits, and competing clans. The other crater has bad gold. It was like chaos tainted. A piece of the sky fell into the valley back in our writer days. A time of great woe ensued. There might be something wrong with that gold. The first skyfall appears on our story tapestry, so it must have happened in our writer era. Gold doesn't buy as much food as it used to. This would be much harder if our tongues were still cursed. No. No. Guys, look. There was another clan that got gold out of a crater, and they were reburying it. You don't do that because you like gold. You shouldn't do this either. Sure. Here's five goods. Surfson's words caused them to reconsider. This is not what we wanted to hear, but echoes the concerns of our own doubters. By diverting them from their disastrous course, we earned their gratitude. Good. Okay, what are we at? Okay, it is harvest season, and we have no food. How are we doing on... We have 100... Okay, let's try a caravan. Let's try to sell some horses for food. I don't love it, but we are getting a little desperate. And I don't want to get rid of any of these treasures. Now the question is, who's the person who's rich? Is anybody left that is wealthy? It should mention wealth if somebody currently has one. Firas, known for their wealth. They're not nearby, but I'm willing to chance it. Okay, we did pull in a little bit of food from our harvest, but that is not much. That is not much. 48 goods. Okay, I need to be careful with my goods here. Okay, we have one venture. Actually, hang on. What season? No, you know what? I didn't check our spirits this year. Yeah, okay. I don't want to put Heron up now because he'll just turn right back off. We could put up Crow, though. Let's put up Crow. Please work. Thank you. Why are we sowing crops only to grow less than a season of it? Well, I guess it's the hope of a farmer. How much mood do we think we need? Well, at one point, Andrew, you had tracked us to +9, and that didn't get us out. So at least +10? Our food situation is dire. Hope for the best. In the north, my party and I stumbled to the edge of the divine realm, where sacred events overlay the mundane in past, present, and future. We found ourselves confronted by sky blue foreigners, scarified with the water rune. We must have been drawn into one of their rituals to play a part of their foes. The water people attacked with fishing spears and weighted nets, but they were unprepared to face horse riding or Lanthy, and we handily defeated them. Such was the victory that I was empowered rather than their ritualist. That wasn't what I was expecting. A trading party from the Delscarling clan arrives to make you an offer. They want 20 cows worth of goods for arrows, a specialty of their clan. Their Fletchers can perform a rite to make a quiver full of arrows particularly effective against a clan of your choice. I can't give up the goods or we're gonna have a temple crumble. And then again, if they give me the turnips, the Naronani would be a good one. I can't have the temps. I mean, we could say let's call it a favor. You know what? If we're dead, we don't have to repay our favor. They agreed to give us arrows in exchange for a favor that they would call in later. We will take one of these. I think we'll take it against the Naronan. A few weeks later, arrived with a quiver of bloodthirsty arrows. Okay. All right, we are in dark season. Let's venture. Now, we could trap for furs. Increase goods more effective in dark season. We're gonna barely make it, but I'd like to have a few spare goods. The other option would be we could try we could hunt, or we could forage. None of that is bad right here. Either one would work. Forage because we have crow up. Fair. I don't disagree with that. All right. That's enough convincing for me. Are you literally my best food person? You're not. Okay, I bet you this needs leadership and food, if I had to guess. You don't have leadership. Why is it picking you then? I think I would rather have you do it. I don't know why it would default to him. Very good food and better leadership. Less effective in the dark? Yeah, that's true. Oh, I can't back out of this, can I? All right, well, we're in for a penny on this one. Okay, yeah, we will wait on that. You're right, it is less effective in dark. All right, then the only thing I really have to do is play with my spirits. Heron is no use. We could get Tradewind up. We could try to recruit warriors. We are hurting really badly on that. How many goods do I need again? I got to be very careful here. Give me my number. 48. Okay, we're gonna make it, but only just. I'm not gonna be able to offer an additional good, I don't think. So we will try to recruit from promising riders and from outside the clan. We're not gonna offer additional rewards. Please, please, please give me like 4 at least. Okay, 5. The foraged items returned from the north. We found an immense mushroom with only a few bites missing. About a season. Thank you. We traded 6 horses for less than 2 weeks of food. Okay. Magic again. I think I am going to put Trade Spirit up. I wish I knew what the difference was between these two technically, but it is what it is. All right, we'll bargain. We're going to, in my mind, we're selling horses. So we'll do it that way, I guess. 2 swords are sick as in cool. Yeah, they are very sick. So sick they just stay in bed all day because they're too cool. Okay, that's a new one. Your shepherds reel in shock at the horrific vision etched in the poison clouds. Vorioth, god of boys and sheep minders, dies in a formless mouth of Pochongo, the Gorp god. From now on, your flocks will diminish and danger will stalk your boys. How's that different than normal? Ernalath, the people crave soothing words. We should say it's an illusion. That's never worked. Between the fall of each god, less and less time passes. Bless the flock. Beren said, let adversity be your strength. I mean, we're in such a death spiral of mood. Let's try to get him to bless our flock one more time. We'll give you, I don't have the goods. I don't know why my goods took such a huge hit. We're gonna have to give him some herds. We'll give you 5 herds. As he dissolved into cosmic cancer. Oh my goodness, Riftbreaker cancer flashbacks. Vorif ensured that the sheep would survive here, if not elsewhere. Voroff, what a bro. I didn't take Porchongo seriously when we met his followers, but he's been murking gods left and right. That's right, we have god cancer. Screw cancer, everyone hates it. Oh, you're right, designated. It's 3 goods per sword. Yep. Yep. You're right. We're gonna be okay. We're just barely gonna make it, but I gotta make sure I don't spend anymore. Hey, Abby, thank you for using your 17-month member super chat. I hope you're doing well, Babel. Misery stocks are rising. This playthrough, I think, is giving me extra gray hair. Wait till next time I'm on camera. You guys are gonna be like, oh my god, Babel aged 50 years. We could venture for goods. I think we're gonna make it. We got 5 goods that turn. I think we're gonna make it. I'm gonna pretend that we're gonna make it because I would rather venture for some extra food. We cannot have the starving continue. All right, are you my best food person? You are. We searched high and low, but were unable to find much in the way of additional food. They brought back what they could. Rip. Man, the world is literally dead. We really need this to end before we all starve to death. We have 129 people. 4 people are sick. We have a little bit of sickness going. Is my temple, what are we rocking? We're rocking hope. Let's go to curing for just a second and get that taken care of. Late storm season seems like the season that we're gonna go look for more food. I also did not find what I was hoping to find up here. All right, maybe. Well, all right. I'm gonna chance this again. I'm gonna send you out one more time. We're running low on times. I can probably do this. Good luck. We're being rated 9 chariots, 105 warriors, 11 and 42. Okay, let's try to drive them off. All right, I am gonna break the jar. That we should have 2 uses left. This is gonna leave us with 1. We killed 22 of them. All right, we're gonna magic ritual. I'm gonna go for Firehoof. Yeah, because they charged in. We did manage to do it. They sought better ground. Okay, let's do some vengeance. We'll let Vanef know. Plus mood. Our archers shot their warrior. We'll fight cautiously. Pressing an apparent advantage, Hanvan leads your forces towards the foe. At the last moment, he realizes blinding solar magic obscured the presence of archers. Okay, we've tried all of these and they all suck, except for we haven't tried number 2. I'm gonna try number 2 just for the sake of science. This one has been the least painful of them. I think it's 1 and then 3 and then 4 in order of least to most pain. I'm running 1 exploration magic, Nog. And that's as much as I could do. We did not typically seek the aid of Orla's outlaw nephew. Hanvan was not surprised when the call went unheard. All right, well, there you go. We're on the back foot. Let's try to conserve our strength. Okay, their gamble failed as the risky maneuvers left them in a worse situation. Battle began to swing our way. Fierce, we lose. Our fortifications protected our wealth and saved some of our sheep and cattle. They lost six cows and 6 horses. That actually is not bad. That's actually not bad at all. We did have 4 elites killed, though. The Daro Nani let us know another clan is no more. The very land of Ginadari ceased to exist, the Ginadari along with it. This must be why we haven't heard from our neighbors. We lost our Urok shrine. We didn't make it because of the raid. You absolute jerks. That's not a shrine I would have liked to lose. But hey, at least our magic's back. We can have full food magic. Last year, 4 babies were born. We initiated 5 people as adults. We have 16 fewer people, 37 fewer cattle, 21 fewer horses. We did get a few horses back. Omens showed a tint in good condition, which indicated our chances for exploring are good. Okay, I was going to keep a magic in reserve, but I'm going to double down on the exploring then. The Yellow Hills sent warriors to help the Pinatelli noble, which were richly rewarded. For a time, they may have a little extra wealth if we want to sell anything. Okay, sell to Yellow Hills. Change of plans. Let's do that. Caravan. Sell some horses for food to the Yellow Hill. Let's go for a big one. I gotta skimp on this. Our population decline has shrunk? I guess. Abby says, I've been busy the last couple of weeks, but now I have a vacation. I hop on watching some more live streams. Well, glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. You've missed out on Babel suffering greatly this series. This has truly been an apocalyptic misery simulator. Okay, go for it. We are not taking the offer. I just refuse at this point. A group of wandering Judgeloring people have petitioned you for a favor. Judgeloring hunts with dogs and worships the canine death god, Jajagappa. The Orotagini capture some of their kin and demand a ransom they can't afford, 30 cows worth of goods. They offered to perform a rite of undead for them, but the Orotagini said they love corpses and skeletons and hates dogs. As obviously the biggest, richest clan around, they must have not seen my storehouse. Surely we can help. They do fear us. Let's lean on them. Yeah, we'll just lean on them. Plus mood. When they saw we were serious, the Orotagini gave up the prisoners. The Judge of Lorlings went to the wild part of our lands and performed their rite, which we were not permitted to witness. Dorset said they had decreased the strength and prevalence of undead activity. Good boys. We probably won't produce enough food over the coming year. Perfect. Okay, it's sowing season. We're literally gonna spam forage. We're having absolutely terrible luck in every direction that I try to go. Let's try that one. Yeah, hoping for the best. -1 again, Andrew. Your explorers, led by Sayati, enter a dead grove where they encounter a great spirit who identifies herself as Cenala. Okay, this is the elf goddess. She recognizes your clan insignia. Your writer ancestors kept my secrets. She offers to bless your fields and pastures if you agree to perform a rite to reassert her status as a goddess. This should be something from our game continuation. This fits with what I know about the builder. The ancestors dealt with her, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, what's the worst? You're actually a chaos god and you eat all my food? Joke's on you, I don't have any. All right, we'll do it. +2 magic. This is fitting, said the spirit, and indeed, our ancestors rewarded us with a gift of magic. All right, we got a foreign warrior dealing with a foreign god. This is where we're at. Okay, at least we didn't die randomly. Early fire season. We can do a venture. I think we're gonna get the hunting venture going, or guard the herd. Maybe let's guard the herds. We don't have 10 people to guard. Perfect. Okay, well, moot point there then. I guess we'll go hunting. Handman's not bad. I want him to do it. He's the right guy for the job. Okay, we'll wait on that. Instead, we are literally gonna spam forage. Not you though. You're way too valuable to me on there. Fix the issues your people. Didn't we fix that? I thought we had an event that fixed that. Oh, it didn't. Oh, yeah, good eye, Nog. Yeah. Well, that sucks. We had an event. We asked our allies to come help fix the houses, and they did. I did not even think to come check that. All right. Kelville led the clan in rebuilding our damaged houses. Everyone worked to repair each other's houses for many weeks. We thanked Elmal and the celestial gods for making them sturdy. Good eye on that one. Hope for the best. Minus mood. Caravan's back. We traded 6 horses for less than 2 weeks. That is your rich clan. With my large amount that I wanted to trade. Goods +10. Invoking the Beren Telly privilege to have conflicts adjudicated by the king, the Recarling clan asked Venus to resolve a dispute they have with the Eartharlings. Not only have they left their cows and sheep graze in our pastures, they steal any cattle they find while they trespass. They ask that the Recarling clan be ordered to pay them 20 cows in compensation. The Eartharlings say the Recarlings have moved the boundary stones. Each clan brought the customary audience gift of 5 cows. There's probably a middle ground. I bet you there isn't. All right, we have the most votes for mediate. I think we've tried this and failed before. Vinev held private discussion between the two. They turned into heated arguments. Each side came up with slights by the other. Vinev tried to cool tempers, but the only thing both parties could agree on that he was a meddling fool. No. I'm not doing it. He's gonna have us like eat our children or something. Santini is back from the dead woods to lead a rite to recognize Cenala and gain a blessing for our fields and pastures. All right. It's got to be goods. Even if my temples fall into disrepair, I can't do herds. I really hope this works. We gained the promised blessing. Okay, maybe that'll take a little bit of pressure off of us. We found a cache of nuts that hadn't been spoiled, as well as plenty of nasty but nutritious pig root, as well as some small fish. Not even a season. Not even a season. Look at this. Fertile fields. Elmal's protection. Cenala's blessing. Sheep survival. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going here, and we're still starving. Okay, late fire season. Again, I'm planning on spamming forage. Okay, my boy's back, but we already did our venture. Yeah. Explore, forage. The trading for food is not worth it at this point. 2 weeks basically just buys me the turn. I would rather gamble and maybe we get lucky with a season worth of food. Are we in harvest season? No, we're in late growing season. Where are the weeders when you need them? Possibly out eating people. We are confronted by bandits. Kill as many as you can. They were as threatening as lambs. He chopped down several, and their escort scattered the rest. Nope. Nope. We are not doing it. Run a venture encouraging boys to become girls like how Rhoda became Rodine that should negate the boys in danger? I don't think that's a thing. No, not a thing. Okay. We are in harvest season. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Get me some food. Get me some food. We're just gonna have to continue foraging. There's literally nothing else we have to do. Can't go that far. All right, we'll try that one. I don't want to send my shaman away, so it's you. Go. Well, you don't look like you're doing well for yourself. Your people become aware that Vinkara, widowed last year, has been caring for her 2 young children despite herself being dead. Several weeks ago, she went to bed early to recover from being slashed by a neighbor's sow. The next morning, she made breakfast as if nothing had happened. When another child was scared by her garbled speech and fetid odor, people realized she must have died that night. Walking dead are a form of chaos and must be destroyed, but Vinkara has elderly relatives in the clan, and king slaying is a chaotic act. People also fret that her children may be cursed either through her care or by being of her family. What a good zombie mom. Since Yinkin died, our shadow cats have been going feral. I wouldn't count on them. That's a lot of words. Nothing like this has ever happened. The line between the living and the dead is becoming blurred. That is not a good sign. I'm really sure that I'm not really sure if this is good or bad. Outlawry avoids king strife, but Vinkara has done nothing wrong. Yeah, let's convince her that she is dead. We could call on dead Yinkin's cat. Yeah, but he said that wouldn't work. Yeah, one of my favorite events in King of Dragon Pass, there's an event where you like sue a ghost and he has to pay you goods. That is my favorite. No, this is the only thing on here I think that people were voting for. Yeah. No one could make out what her rotted tongue had said, but she clearly didn't agree. Okay, well, we tried. All right, we are going to... If we outlaw her, we can kill her if we have to, I think. Once you're an outlaw, it's not king strife or kin strife. I don't think the dead cat's gonna do it. All right, you're out. You're out, zombie. We held a trial. Serifstev's legal argument was convoluted but plausible enough to convince Vinef to sentence Vingara with outlawry. She hugged her children farewell and shuffled away. Since their relatives were too old, a young couple took in the children. What a sad story. You were a good zombie mom. Less than a season of food. Come on, boys. Come on. We can hold out. All right, I think I am gonna have to send her out, despite not wanting to. We're running out of people who can actually find food. Our food finding trip went north was suddenly hit by a snowstorm. We made camp, but our fire kept blowing out. One of us died at that point. Another 4 are still suffering from frostbite. We found our way back home. That was not the right season for snowstorms. Okay, we are really fraying at the edges here. All right, it is dark season. We have 17 goods. We don't have enough crafters to even make enough goods for our temples. All right. I guess spirit magic is about the only thing I can do. Oh, hold on. We have curing running. Let's switch that back to hope. All right, let's get Anvil up, I suppose. Oh man, I don't even have my shaman here. Youch. Okay, it still worked. A delegation arrives from Shining Blossom Clan to request that you make good on the favor you owe them. They ask you to provide them with food. All right, I'm going to give you the cattle. The customary amount. Their leader accepted. I suppose we might be able to trade food or slaughter the herd. There you go, buddy. The herd is worth way more than food because you can always slaughter them. All right. I guess let's take hair. Maybe this helps sneaking past bandits too. I don't really have much we can do in the dark season. All right. I have returned from the north. We found a few red nut trees. Food for half a season. Foraging mission returned from the east. We found fire fruit. Food for around a season. I hate you already because, as usual, you're breaking my walls. A chaos monstrosity with 7 terrible mouths and 5 crushing feet appears to breach the gods' war to attack Berenstead. In rending song causes an outbreak of spontaneous bleeding. Dorcia identifies it as Eater of Skin. The first of 3 great monsters, the great Teghern, sends to attack Elmal as he guards Orlanth's fortress. Man, it sure be nice we have an Urok shrine right now. Typically we use rites to bolster fighters who attack, but we have no time to do both. Elmal stands alone against the Eater of Skin. By the logic of the God War, one might fight more effectively than many. Though perhaps harder to realize, a Stormbolt rite will garner the greatest result. The Eater of Skin is the first of 3 monsters. Well, that's perfect. After our last encounter with him, Groaning Teghern resolved to vex us further. Send a team. Okay, so I think it's 1 or 3. Those are our 2 choices. 1 lone Elmal worshipper. Well, we have 1 lone Elmal worshipper. I believe that is our king. I'm willing to do it. He has an heir, so we're not screwed on that, although he may not be of age. I mean, maybe it's time for you to step up, buddy. Lone hero. Vinef. You are truly blessed by Elmal. He also has that storm magic which increased his combat a little bit. I believe in you. You've been a better king than your father. I can't say you were good, but you were better. I choose to believe. Replicating the battle from the Gods' War, Vinef evaded a stomp from each of the first 4 feet, then deliberately stood beneath the monster's 5th tread. His upthrust spear pierced its foot, sending it yowling back to the Gods' War. Vinef was only partially crushed and would eventually recover. Dorothy says that Elmal guards Orlanth's fortress. He is always beset by a series of monsters. First, the Eater of Skin, then the Author of Sores, and finally the Maker of Bad Growth. I fear that we've been drawn into this part of the Gods' War, and the manifestations will continue. Time doesn't exist on the other side, but after performing a divination, I believe that the Author of Sores will come a year from now. Yay. Okay. We are not going to have enough goods again. Give me my numbers, please. 44 goods and we have 24. I just don't have enough people to make enough goods. I think we're going to have to venture for goods. We're going to lose another temple almost no matter what. Do we just downsize ourselves? I guess we don't get to choose what's going to get destroyed. Please don't be Dostal. Please don't be Anelia. Pretty please. Boy, we do not have a lot left. And actually, we may take Vorif down. I'm not getting anything from this. I guess we do have a residual spark, so maybe that's what's giving us sheep survival. We can only do 1 venture designated, and we've already done it. We fixed our houses. Okay, I think it's spirits. I just honestly don't think we can do anything else. We can get Heron up and running at least. It's early storm, so this is the best time to do it. We could destroy the healing temple? Maybe. I feel like having the resistance to fear is helping, though. Check for dead temples without sparks. Okay, let me get Heron up first. I want to get that, like, right away, so we get the full year of it. Dorsey detects a taint of chaos among the Ruby Gate clan. On multiple occasions, they have accepted favors from the cultists of Walkboth, Ragnalar, Tyram, or other deities intent on destroying the world. A rancid gloom hangs over the red Ruby Gate stead. Due to their permissiveness, Brood, undead, scorpion folk, and other chaos spawn have gained a greater foothold in the valley. Offer them a purifying rite. Call on Urox. I think we're going to offer this because I can't afford a ritual. Who will make the offer? Rodine will. And I will go hard on this because I have a feeling we're going to get drawn into a fight. We'll take 10 and 10. Take them a gift. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't. Can't be good. All right, we'll send you 5 herd. No, 3 herd. They fell to their knees and begged for our assistance. We thought we could compromise just a little and survive, they said. But before we knew it, the very land was crawling with foul issue of Ragnalar's loins. Yeah, you don't want Ragnalar's loins all over your land crawling around. How many warriors do you send to scour? Everybody. We rooted out the Waktapi and Jackal Bears, burning or putting them to the sword. Well, we got a plus mood. We're trying our dang best. We are trying our dang best. Okay, it's late storm season. Let's do the temple check like somebody said. All right, temples of dead gods. So I don't want to, we have a spark here. I don't want to lose these ones we've held all game. I'm going to try to hold those for my own pride. Eraldia does not say spark. That was our patron saint, though. I think we just suffer. Yeah, you know, that's a good point, Ryan. I wonder if I turn this to healing, I wonder if that would help him regenerate. I'm willing to do that. I think we have a wounded... Yeah, we got wounded people. Okay, let's flip that over. Maybe that'll help him also. I don't know if that's the case, but... All right, we're gonna go back to our exploring for food. This is our life now. Go. Friends and allies sent goods worth 30 cows in recognition of our heroic victory against the Eater of Skins. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, I needed that. I really needed that. 3 babies were born. Remember when we used to have like 30? 9 children as adults. We have 35 fewer people, 17 fewer head of cattle, 2 more horses. We're rich in livestock and have many horses. Our crafters produced goods worth 14 cows. We spent some goods. Said we couldn't carry out health rituals. Okay. Food and exploring. And I think we're gonna do a craft. Because we are really struggling on those goods. Imagine being 4 years older in the apocalypse. Dude, that's kind of like the kids in Expedition 33. Like, yeah, at the beginning of that, with like, pretty soon the oldest person is gonna be like 20 years old. All right, let's do it. Poison cloud came down from the sky and killed 20 cows. The foragers' eyes returned to the east. The eggs we found turned out to be rotten. 3 people fell sick. Perfect. Okay. We are literally gonna forage spam. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. Oh my. A diverse swarm of chaos creatures gathers, seemingly drawn to Beren's dead. A majority of brews, but there's also a fair number of scorpion folks and some humans. They elude your patrols. Perfect. We are lucky, not lucky that chaos attacks, but we are fortunate to have a number of good choices. We have few warriors, so it'd be hard to defend the walls. We could also hard to fight them outside. Beren used magic to destroy chaos horrors at the Battle of Stormfall. Our most distant ancestors worship the bright sun. Chaos is becoming more organized, taking advantage of the strengths of different types of monsters. Yeah, they are actually. Our people must trust Vinef to lead the defense. Here's the thing though, if he gets wounded now, what are we gonna do against the next big chaos thing? Then again, his combat's up to excellent. He actually leveled up from that previous fight. I think we do it. Elmal has been solid, even more than Urox. Urox used to be cool. I don't know what happened to him. Elmal, you got this. I will spend a magic. We're gonna embody Elmal. Elmal fought the Teller of Lies, and though he was grievously wounded, was never killed. I am merely human and may not be able to channel his power. You can. I mean, that makes it sound like if I embody him, maybe we'll get wounded and not die. Your Elmal Shrine makes it easier to use Elmal's magic directly. Okay, you know what? No, let's emphasize the magic, since I specifically got a tooltip about that. We win, but at what cost? Our best warriors formed a defensive orb with Vinef at the center. With blazing spears and swords, they held the foe at bay while Vinef hurled flaming javelins. But one of the brews managed to slip into formation using magic, and a desperate battle ensued. Vinef fought with the great bravery, and finally, the invaders pulled back. 5 of our warriors lay dead, and another 4 were hurt. Afterwards, we were dismayed to learn that the horde of chaos creatures had left a lingering stain on our fields, because of course they have. Dude, Vinef stock's rising. He has really risen to the occasion here. From incredibly mediocre to, dare I say, Hero King? I'm just floating it. Maybe he's a Hero King? Okay, late sea season. All right, we can do a venture. I think in the dark season we're gonna hunt for furs. I think I want to at least try that once and see how it goes. How are we doing wound wise? We're actually healed up. One of the annoying things about this temple is the amount of micromanagement. I wish there was an auto where it would go where it was most needed. All right, let's get Crow up again. Our Heron already wore off? I just turned that on at the beginning of the season. Okay, well, let's get that up first. Again? Serenity now. Putrid smoke wafts lazily into the Hall of Beren, gathering itself into human shape. It reveals itself to be a vampire. Before your warriors can react, it seizes Loricon by the neck, draining his blood. When Rodin rallies a counterattack, it turns into smoke and dissipates. Sometimes no good choices present themselves. Don't send too many people against a human-sized foe. Call on Urox. We will cremate him right away. The barriers between life and death eroding. Corpses of vampire victims now rise as vampires. All right, we will give the people some time to mourn. Funeral rites went as they should, but the incident left us shaken. All right, well, you know what? We can get that trickster apparently. Where are you at, Trixie? Actually, maybe we should do a little bigger check. So you are here for leadership. And I do think I want to leave you here. Okay, so I think we're just going to go grab the googly-eyed Ornore, age 22. You're crap at everything, but you're a trickster. So I would be expecting 7 magic if we still get a magic for having a trickster. Especially a very special one. Hanvan's foraging expedition to the north filled baskets with seed pods, but once their backs were turned, it all turned to mush. At least it happened before they were heading home. Try to find something edible. Found some spruce tips and some tubers. Better than 0. All right, late fire season. Whoops. We are gonna explore for food. I am desperately trying to keep us afloat here. Back from the north. Oh, you touch my treasure again, dwarfy boy. The dwarves, who you struck a truce with, came up through the grate in your cellar to make an offer. We should have poured cement down that dang thing. Instrumentation shows that we can move the world machine balance towards balance by restoring the work we did when Barenstead was built. Setting aside circumstances at the original construction, we propose to restore your fortifications to full strength in exchange for 40 cows worth of goods or treasure. The Eater of Skin smashed our walls, and they haven't been repaired. I could tell them to come back when more repairs are needed. That kind of makes me think that my walls are going to get damaged some more. We could give them a treasure. We could just give them the goods and just suck it up. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do a venture for goods and we're just gonna pray that it works out. Agree. We'll give you the 40 goods. Over a period of days, they moved through Barenstead, restoring the walls and towers to the glory of the Storm Age. It took only a few weeks under the poison sky for our ancient fortifications to take on their familiar, worn appearance. But when Borncaval tested them, he said it was only a matter of appearance. They were as strong as he could have remembered them being. Okay, I think I interpret that as that was a good job. All right, early Earth season. Sounds like food foraging time. We are literally treading water waiting for the end of days. One season of food. That's actually pretty good for us, frankly. Late Earth season. Okay, let's get Crow up and running. It's been 4 seasons since the Eater of Skin attacked. Back then, Dorcia warned another major chaos monster known as the Author of Swords would probably come a year later. Though the council's been planning for this, people want to know what preparations they'll be taking. A request for sacrificial aid asks the least of others. Wheels have solar magic, but we can't trust them and should go to riders. No clan wants to lose holy people. A sacrifice is more easily granted. A danger long in coming is somehow worse than one that suddenly jumps upon you. Yeah, you don't have time to like dread it. Elmal worshippers may provide the strongest support. That means riders or wheels, not other Orlanthi. I think we're going to go for the low-hanging fruit, and we're just going to ask for wealth for divine sacrifices. Who do we ask? The Yellow Hill are supposed to be rich. We'll send Rodine. They provide us with sacrifices worth 20 cows, which would surely increase the potency of whatever rite we chose to perform. Well, hey, our goods are doing fine now. Our foragers has returned. There's nothing edible. 2 people were attacked by disease spirits. Okay, that's still under control. All right, we're in dark season. I want to do this at least once. We're going to trap for furs. Bindif said the animals had most valuable furs in the dark season, but it was also hard to go out in the snow to check the traps. He and the hunters kept trying, but the gods of winter were no friend of ours. Okay, we still got a bajillion goods. I will definitely take that. Okay, we have one more action to take here. I really wish I could even just turn Heron on during this season. We're still kind of low on warriors. And we have some goods. Let's up our warriors. 4 warriors. I'll take it. We returned home, got some food for 2 seasons. Hanvan, I forgive you for your first failure. 2 to go. Oh, is it Glorp? I hate that guy. As predicted, the Author of Swords attacks your lands. Enormous, roughly hewn human shapes covered in wounds and scar tissue. Her mere proximity infects onlookers with suppurating blisters. She looks for a break in the wall. You repaired it after the Eater's sin attack. Unable to find it, she hesitates. As promised, the Yellow Hills sent you livestock and goods for a ritual sacrifice. It is Elmal who fights this monstrosity, not Ur-Ox. Okay. God's World events happen in threes. A third monster will come a year from now. She made spirits sick, which usually does not happen. That thing is uglier than Vanef. In the God's War, this has happened and is happening. Here to us, it's happening for the first time. We have worshipped Elmal much longer than Ur-Ox. Fight together. Yeah, you have horrible advice. All right, Elmal, you got this, my man. And we gained 20 goods. I agree. We'll send 20 goods. Go. You perform a stronger rite that risks the integrity of your shrine. I'm going to say no to this one because we have our walls. It sounds like the monster's on its back foot, and I want to have this up for the third monster. Elmal pushed his shield from Oronstead into Berenstead. The author of Swords could not help but rush him. Elmal pulled her back into the tumultuous divine realm, continuing a fight that had been happening and was happening. Doressa reminds the council that if this pattern continues, a third and final chaos demigod will attack a year from now. Today and for the good time to come, we must rest. Later, we must ready ourselves for the maker of bad growth. A delegation arrives from the Castangi clan for a favor. On behalf of their chieftain, we ask for 20 cows. All right. We will pay this. We knew this was coming sooner or later. There's your 20. Just take them and go. No matter how we choose to fight, maker of bad growth, more swords will help. I agree. Who is this last person who hates us? The Flame Singers. I kind of want to see if we can just make peace with them. Let's see if we can send an emissary with 5 goods. If we could get rid of the last non-wheel hater, I think I would feel good about that. Let's go with that. Okay, food. 3 seasons. Okay, are we back? Are we back? We're not going to stop, though. Forage. Can't stop, won't stop. Wandering solar priests offer you a holy item, a fallen shard of sun in the shape of a man. Until recently, he walked and talked and imparted secrets of the dying sky, they said. Now he's lost his locomotion, and our aging limbs sadly cannot carry him much longer. It's only fitting that you, who brought the fire gods to Orlanth's court, accept this treasure. In exchange for proper payment, of course, they ask for portable goods worth 50 cows. Honor them with a feast. Offer 10 cows worth to lead a solar ceremony featuring the statue. Yeah, we cannot afford 50, but we'll offer you 10 cows worth to lead a ceremony. They agreed. Their rite momentarily filled our ritual grounds with pure sunlight. Rotating out of the golden man, it palpably enhanced our magic. Jannar died of old age. His last words were to bless his family and curse the wheels. Yeah, he hated the wheels. We'll miss his talent for reading and leading people. Your emissary, Rodine, nears the Flame Village. We're here to... Oh, we could ask about the dance. Okay. Ask directly? They profess not to know what she was talking about. She's pretty sure they were too proud to admit they had forgotten it. Okay, well, rip. 3 babies, 7 adults, 16 fewer people, 34 fewer head of cattle. We are rich in livestock and we have mini horses, so we're still okay. Priestess said we couldn't carry out crop-related rituals. Well, that sucks. That sucks real bad. Pastures, wilds, and exploring, then. We're known for driving off the Eater of Skin. Elmo the trickster stole some of our luck. On top of that, Ornor frightened the children, laughing enigmatically. Okay, well, we got less than we should have. Actually, no, we didn't, though. Because I spent 4. We should have 2 more. No, yeah, we did get 1 less than we should have. We've heard stories from a distant Infiltelli that a great spider with the head of flame-wreathed troll has gained vengeance against the mountain at the head of the troll war band. Luckily, this happened far away. Cool. Good. I'm glad it happened far away. Troll thing should happen really far away from me. All right, Heron, bring me food, please. They brought in food. A vast jelly-like monster with ropey tentacles bubbles up from nowhere to infest the palace. It grabs Tarnel, a young attendant to the king, dragging him away. The thing melts from sight as quickly as it appeared, leaving a faint trail that will take skilled hunters to follow. Lore keepers identify it as a gorp, pure chaos given bodily substance. Substance of a kind, at any rate. What do we care about? The life of a single child or reducing the overall chaos threat? We must get the poor boy back. Chaos breeds more chaos if not put down. The Gorp in the form of chaos took when it first entered the world. Oroxy will expect something in exchange. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna hunt it down and destroy it. I'm gonna send my best warrior. We're gonna go pretty hard against that. Somebody tracked the Gorp by its terrible smell and attacked it. It fought back with half of its formless form, quickly consuming the boy with the other half. It cursed us with Tarnari's voice chilling our blood. Finally, we slew it, but could not save the young attendant. Anvil, please. A child no longer. Prince Redalda has won over key nobles with his charm and bravery. He also shows great aptitude with the sword. Some say he should be immediately elevated to the ring. Colville volunteers to step down. She is such a royal simp. Oh my goodness, she's done that before. That is ridiculous. She's not particularly great, although she does have good leadership. For his part, Aaron Lanth asks that if the ring isn't a bit boring. I can do that when my beard is gray. All right, let's see what people have to say. He should cultivate his father's caution. The existing council can rule until he matures. Convince him to join the ring. A prince without fear is a soon dead prince. The existing council can rule until he matures into the role. Convince him to join the ring. I kind of think I'm going to have him replace Colvin. She has leadership and that's about it. And she literally has no advice that's of any use. Let's try to convince him to join the ring. He reluctantly joined the ring. Who will step down? Colville, because she volunteered. All right, do you suck? He's an excellent combat. He worships Elmo, very useful. And that's about all I can say about him. But he has time to level up. People praise Colville for putting his clan interests above her pride. I think she's very happy. She's simping like crazy here. She's a tier 3 sub. That's what's going on there. She should rejoin the next time the place is open, they said, but a prince should not have to be talked into this, some grumbled, but he paid them no heed. Back to neutral, let's go. Which is still grim, so let's not get too excited. Okay, we're in early fire season. The only thing that's working is foraging. Just literally nothing else is working, so Granny, you go get them. Oroxy Warband passes with urgent news. They've just waylaid and slain a party of scouts from Wakboth's army. This terrible force has smashed the Southlands and will soon march to lay waste to the valley, they say. That we must keep moving to hooray the devil's minions. Kings once dwelt in your citadel. If that means anything these days, perhaps you should rally the region to heed our warning. Okay, yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, let's warn the valley. Do you support them with a gift? Yes. Here is 5 goods. Warn the other clan, Rodine. And we'll send you an escort. They thanked us for vital information. They would be ready swords and bows for the final battle. Back home, royalists complained that by indiscriminately warring everyone, we'd given up a chance to bind the old Beren clans back to their ancient pledges. Yeah, but chaos is gonna eat us all. Chaos is gonna eat us all. Okay. You know it, I know it, we all know it. It's forage time. We're down to Gnolf. Gonna go send you. It's too far away. Okay, what if we try right here? We have never done that spot. Senior members of the clan have been tallying up how many people remain. Our numbers have been shrinking. If this keeps up, it'll be hard to consider ourselves a clan. They also note that our food stockpiles will run out in a few weeks, and they ask, what can the clan ring do? The common people can count just as well as anyone else and know that the clan is headed for trouble. Some people are even saying the clan may not be viable much longer. Okay, well, we will try to recruit some clan members. How do you concentrate your recruiting? From any Orlantha in the valley. We began recruiting knowing that it would take some time for people to pack up and move. Hopefully, the Foro Silveri wouldn't hold King Brunnoff the Sun's famous war on them against us. Man, if we lose via population... Okay, so I'm guessing that's because we dropped below 100. That is going to be... That is impossible for me to fix. We haven't had an event that I can affect and change. And they killed my god, who I could use to actually do something about it. That would have been Vorioif. Was the only thing we could really do about that. We've never had child blessing, so that's really spooky. That's really spooky. This feels ridiculous. This feels absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we're in early Earth season, so that's food. I think we are gonna have to slaughter her if it gets much worse. I don't know what else we could do. We're not running Heron. Maybe this is a one-off. Maybe this isn't a over time, because this never seems to be running. In that case, I'd rather do that in a worse season. I think for now, we just pray. We did put exploration magic in. We just pray that we can find some food somewhere. I guess we'll try this one. We'll try this one. Wretched wanderers appear outside your shelter, hoping you'll take them as builders. You're in. Kill them and seize their possessions? No. Okay, so it is, yeah, it is the troublemakers, but we need population or we just auto lose, so minus a mood, but plus 34 people. All right, well, that's going to cause trouble. Never explode south. I can't cross this river. We fail about 50% of the time when we try to cross it. Okay, again. We are very desperate. We are very desperate. Okay, we haven't gone up here. Oh, you again. The Chaos God Tegrin returns to your gate. Again, proximity causes sores to bubble up on the flesh of your people. It's proven that the world must end, it says, its voice a disturbing purr, but I cannot yet destroy everything all at once. I'll let you decide. Should I vaporate half the herd, or instead dissolve your king and half your great warriors? If you decline to choose, I'll do both, it sniggers and says. This time, your god is not as bright. He will be gone soon. I think we still call on Elmal. Take our herds. I would die if I needed to, but we can't take our warriors. Neighbors will fear us if we show we can hold our own. Elmal slew Turgon before joining the Storm Tower, yet the gods' war, all events happen at once, so here we are now. I don't think attacking it's gonna work. People are just gonna freeze up. Elmal, we got this, my man. We have 3 magic. We have 2 Elmal worshippers. I'm going to do a full 20 send. Do you risk the shrine? I think this is a shrine risker. Yes. Oh, our hasty prayers were not complete when the Chaos God rose up, blasting our lands with an eerie laugh. 1 in 2 of our best warriors fell dead. Venef died horribly, clutching his throat. Half of our herds turned into red vapor. Our Elmal shrine crumbled to nothing. We reeled back in shock and terror. Eventually, the sores Tegrin had caused healed up. When the weeping was done, Rodine had words of solace. She said that if we were still a clan years from now, the rest of the valley would rally to our side, as living proof that you can withstand the worst of chaos and live. Can we, though? The clan performed King Venef's funeral rite. Fire consumes his mortal shell, sending his spirit riding skyward into Orlan's stormy steed. The recapitulates the final rites performed for King Beren, then King Olaf, all the way down to Venef's father, Ivor Lantho, 28 years ago. The prince, now King Aaron Lanth, lights the first torch. Venef is always looking for something. Aaron Lanth, you'll get your fool head torn off in some silly stunt, dooming us all. My grandfather was certain of everything, my father of nothing. I must rule with Ivor Lantho's resolution and Venef's agility. Maybe we should put the disputes to rest. Finally, we have the markings of a true king. Well, this is an easy one. I'm gonna do this anyways. Let's do it. This hope sustained the people as they watched his ashes rise. Thankfully, for a time, Bearstead waits to attack the Chaos Demigod, this time the maker of bad growth. The council meets to reconsider. Man, we are in a bad way. The glorious do not stoop to ask for help. Okay, that... Let's ask for some divine sacrifices. We'll try the Yellow Hill again. How many warriors? I don't think we need to go too crazy here. They pledged sacrifice of 20 cows. Our foraging mission returned. We got food. Forages returned. Apparently somebody had that land claimed. All right, how did that do us? Okay, we're up in people still. We're down in warriors. The cattle damage, though. The cattle damage is very bad. Very, very bad. That will probably result in us losing, I'm gonna suspect. But we have an easy reload point at least, because it'll be the last year of the previous king's life. Okay, I think I need to fix my ring here. We also don't have a venture. Let's do the ring first. Okay, so you are gonna be the leader of the ring. Okay, we have our second best bargainer. Okay, I might add her as our best warrior. We have our best diplomat. We have our 2 best food. Our leadership is garbage. Very garbage. An ancestor worshipper is not terrible. We got good lore. We have good magic. We could... Where's my Urox guy? We could put the Urox guy on. We're having to do a lot of chaos fighting. He's not really good at much, but he's basically be chosen for his god. So we either take our best fighter or the best god. Yeah, and he didn't even get to die in battle either, which really sucks. I hate that chaos god. I hate him so much. Yeah, man, I'm really torn. I think we go with our best fighter. Having a fighter to lead combat is so important. She's also good at magic. He's not a special character and she is also, so let's put her in. We saw a few goblets of Gorb in the wildlands surrounding the fortress. They were small enough we were able to burn them. I'm guessing they were fragments of the bigger one that took our boy, now growing on their own. Perfect. Okay, we got 17 extra people. Okay. A panicked Aaronlanth gallops back after riding the wildlands. A spirit has cursed him with an awful glow, he says, requesting Dorcia immediately banish it. After communing with it, she says, you provoked the Firefly spirit and deserve its wrath. Few of them remain these days, and I won't send it away. Besides, you will only glow when your heart beats fast. No, 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 Aaronlanth responds. I am king and I command you to help. Are you scared of fireflies? I keep glowing harder and harder. I'm glowing so hard right now. The wise traveler treads lightly. Take him aside and hint he's making a fool of himself. Yeah. Leave it be. Honestly, Sevastev and Rodine are probably the two most trusted people, followed by Dorcia. Let's see if we can just tell him, dude, you're being a wussy. Oh, that is not good. You know, he said, you are right. Perhaps it's because there's a spirit inside of me and I'm glowing. After an outburst, he settled down and got used to the effect. It stopped him from leaving Beren to do anything exciting, but he got used to it without too much grumbling. People came to applaud his forbearance. I'm glowing so much right now, man. Have I mentioned how much I hate glowing? Yeah, but like, it's kind of like sunlight. You know? It's almost like sunlight. Alright, still dark season. I'm short on goods again. Let's do another trap for furs. Hopefully this doesn't have diminishing returns. The protection that Vorov extended our flocks at a time of his death has diminished along with his memory. The foragers and I returned from the northeast. We found adequate apples. All right, let's go, Glow Boy. We got a glowy on the council. You gather the sacrificial goods sent by the Yellow Hills. Hours before Elmal's third chaos foe comes, you receive a surprise aid from the Tricorns, who normally act against you in the valley. An owl divination reveals that your openness demanded reward at this terrible time, no matter what else they think of you. Accordingly, they will match the value of the sacrificial wealth given to you by the Yellow Hills. When the Maker of Bad Growth finally heaves into view, it's worse than anyone imagined. Grotesque, formless, constantly changing shape, it emits spores that sicken 15 people from a distance. It is Elmal who fights the Maker of Bad Growth. This help from the Tricorn clan shows why we must choose to be open. This is not our final battle against chaos, but we can learn a lesson today to prepare us for it. Defeating the third of Tegrin's beast only increases Chaos's hunger to destroy Orlanstead. Elmal knows we will need him in the final battle. Thanks to the Tricorns, with their assistance, we will prevail. Alright, kid. I think we should totally bluff this thing that we are like Elmal incarnate, since we're glowing. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, calling Elmal to drop back into the God's War. And we're going to send the 20. That seems to be the right number. A light in the world opened, and it was Elmal's shield. It is me you seek, called the loyal son. The Maker of Bad Growth charged as the god's shield grew heavy and dim. They fell deeper into the God's War, where we heard their fight continue. Oh, that is gloopy looking. In the wake of the third terrible battle against Elmal's chaos foes, how does the ring respond? We must breathe in fear and breathe out hope. 3 monsters came for us but could not kill us. An excellent chance to strengthen bonds with a clan that has done much to help us. We shouldn't waste breath on a promise to cure the sick. We should just do it. Many remain sick, body of soul. Every year is stranger than the last. We should recruit warriors to replace the fallen. Okay, the Tricorns were like really antagonistic to us. I feel like now's the time to mend that bridge. I mean, the hope is nice, but I mean, what's it gonna do? Give us +1 mood? Like, is that gonna change anything? I think we're gonna patch up the relations. Sure. Perhaps we underestimated you, they said. It's time we became better friends. Have I said how much I hate glowing? Yeah, well, get used to it, friend. Okay. As they mentioned, better to just do it than say anything about it. So let's cure the sick people. No one died, so that's great. Early storm season, we're not going to have enough goods. And there's not much else I can do about that, because we've already done our venture. Unless we have a spirit, I think we just continue our food gathering. I think maybe Heron is 2 weeks of food. I'm starting to have a suspicion. We have 2 seasons, so we're not desperate. All right, we're not desperate. Let's continue the plan. We're gonna forage. I really wish you wouldn't go. We'll send you. I gotta be careful we don't overlap someone's territory. This part of the world no longer exists. Yeah, tell me about it. The refugees we adopted are fitting in more or less. It's the Weeders! Weeders hail you from the gate, offering you a good deal on dried fish. They seek 20 cows worth of goods in exchange for a full supply. We cannot. We don't have enough goods. We don't have 20 goods. All right. We'll decline, but encourage our people to take heart in their survival. People had heard this from us one too many times. We could tell their minds were elsewhere. Boo. Okay. Every time I see more colors, I get more and more worried. You watch the sky in horror as choking clouds form into a dread image, revealing the death of your trickster god, Ermal. Wakbot the devil captured him, slitting his throat. He joined Lakarmai, Isaris, Ernalda, Orlanth, and the others in the dusty halls of the underworld, lost to you forever. I will slit Wakbot's throat. Ermal was the first to find death, and now death has found him. No one builds temples to Ermal, but we could preserve some of his fleeting magic in Orane. You could put his magic in me, but I'd sooner get obliterated. Did anyone hear Ermal say anything as he died? Ooh, I kind of like that option. Every land I've been to seems to have its own trickster, but I think Wakboth is murdering all of them. Hey, Ahmed Ali. I like the series, but I've yet to keep up with all the new videos. I'm going to watch those. Yeah, you definitely want to watch this one in order to watch my spiral into descent of madness. Owen says, wish me luck battling the HRE playing Medieval 2 Total War. Well, good luck. 2 of the people who give good, so it would be beneficial to befriend them. Yeah, I agree. I think you might be a little behind, Abby. You might need to hit the live button. Loki never stayed dead. Yeah, I feel like I kind of want to say that he played a trick on Chaos. I don't dare do this because I don't dare use my food. All right, this is not going to work, but what the heck. Plus mood. As soon as we said this, we knew it was true. Oh, baby. Wakboth would regret sending Ermal to the underworld and thus to Orlanth's side. Don't call to come back. We got the trickster in, boys. We got the trickster in. He's going to go poop on the Wakboth shrine. Oh my gosh, it's spreading. We now have no southern neighbors. Oh boy. Okay. Late storm season. I can't do another venture. Heron? Maybe we heron it up? Maybe we hare. We hare and then maybe we try a cattle raid this year. If we don't auto lose. Bargain. The party you sent sort this forage to the north a year ago has not returned. Hanvan and his party must be presumed dead. Okay. The foragers I returned from the east, there's nothing edible. Perfect. We have 52 more people, 212 fewer head of cattle, and no more horses. We're poor in livestock and have many horses. Okay, I think we're gonna try to do some horse trading. We pursue stuff and we don't have enough. Visions of looms told our shamans this would be a good year to search for sworn spirits. We're known for driving off the eater's skin. We don't have a complete ring. Our trickster stole food so she could hold a memorial feast for Ermal, but Orne showed up with an all-black horse, which she claimed was really Ermal in disguise. Okay. We actually have a little bit of magic this year. I think we need to put crafts on. I'm really struggling on goods, like really badly. We still have 2 reserves. And we lost our shrine to Anelia. We're gonna need to put that back up. The Orthoians got their first good turnip crop in a decade, but when they cut them open, they were full of worms. The worms told them they would die. Man, screw you, worms. Everyone hates you. Okay. I hate doing it now, but we need to reorganize our council. All right, he was a food guy. We still have our best food person. Honestly, I think Kalva and Worms are way back onto the council. Or maybe we do Aurochs now. Maybe we do Aurochs now. We're doing so much anti-chaos stuff. All right, Andrew, have a good one, man. Yeah, I need all the luck I can get. Plus 16 goods. The duck trader acting as emissary for the beast folk. Gives us decorative bones and teeth worth 16 cows. My furred and feathered friends recognize you for wildness and ferocity. I guess the beast folk must refer to those with close to nature and animal features. Have the people perform dance. Okay, after the duck departs, remind people that wildness has its drawbacks, plus mood. They saw the point, but wondered why they could not celebrate good news without another weird lecture. Well, stop being grim and maybe I wouldn't lecture you all the time. Okay, late sea season. I do have hair up. Now, everyone's gonna be home right now. Now's not the time. Let's try another warrior recruit. 6 warriors. There go all my goods again. Another wary band of Darahapan travelers arrives at Beren with an offer. They're different than the last ones. They worship a sun god. I'm gonna start abbreviating some of these long ones we've read a few times. Okay, so they ask if we'll do a blessing. We will agree. Give them a gift. I mean, we're already not gonna make our payment, so sure. Have 3 goods. They said our fervor for the sun aided them, granting us a more powerful version of the sun scope than expected. Yay. Okay, they did say it would be a good season to get spirits. Let's try maybe to get the cheese spirit. I think he was up in this direction. We're gonna go pretty light. Good luck. Our food situation is dire. Well, I guess we're hoping for the best. Kalva and her party must be presumed dead. We have got to be really close to the end. I don't see how we could possibly get through this. Everybody we just sent out for food is dead. Luckily, they weren't the clan members. Late fire season. Okay, I do want to try at least once. Let's try a herd raid. We will hit White Fox. And we want to go kind of light. Small groups are stealthier. 4 and 4, herd raid. 23 cows. That's the second time we've succeeded in this entire campaign. That's a 10% increase in cattle for anyone paying attention. We will not eat your food. I refuse. All right, Earth season is harvest season. I don't even know if it's worth sending people out to try to forage. Literally everyone just died. I think we spam heron? I guess? And I don't even have my shaman here, so we're on tier 2. I guess she has excellent magic, so that's something. We caught some salmon. Okay, how many goods do we need? 36 goods. Okay, we will actually make that this year. We could do a venture. All right, let's do a venture. Let's do gem crafting. 33 cows worth of goods. Okay, we're gonna hope for the best. A year after the shocking blow dealt to us by the chaos god of Purging, we are still here. The values of their clan see our determination to survive, finding inspiration as they confront their own growing difficulties. Yeah, well, +1 like isn't gonna save us here. Members of the ancient nearby Kirstani clan come to reveal their precarious state. Pressed by chaos and by local foes, we've been hiding the true state of our decline for years. There are only 147 of us left, including 4 elite warriors. Only 2 of us are fit to serve on the ring. We beg for shelter at Berenstead, where we will work and worship as you do. I think we're saying yes to this. Yeah, my food situation's gonna be bad, but who cares? It's already bad. So, how is that different? More the merrier. We can always use more warriors. I heard things were bad for them, but I had no idea how bad. We must do what we must. I don't know for sure, but I suspect they have not been able to weed their fields or clear pastures for some time. Welcome to the clan of suffering. We made room for them the best we could. We got 24 herd, 4 swords, 147 people, lost food and mood. Joke's on you, I didn't have any food to begin with. We made room for them the best we could. It took some time to become contributing members of the community. The newcomers looked up to 2 of their number, Aaronlanth, who worships Orlanth, and Navarolana, who worships Ernalda. People worried the work they performed would not compensate for the food that they ate. Hey, we have a season of food. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we have enough stuff. I'm gonna rebuild that temple. As much as it sucks, I want to have my forager blessing up. Clan elders remind you that King Aaronlanth remains unwed. If he does not sire a male heir, Baron's royal line ends. The lineage magically intertwines with Berenstead, which will fall forever if it dies out. Though he shows little interest, the elders say, we must find him a bride. Every season we wait brings us closer to doom. Aranos says, you are right, the king must have a queen, but it must be the right queen. You talk about me as if I'm not standing right here. Aaronlanth, you must accept the bride we find you. Every king of legend has an equally formidable queen. If he dies without an heir, the builders are doomed. Marrying can resume when the need for killing ends. No, it can't. When Ernalda died, the institution of marrying was weakened. All right, you know what? He seems to listen to Rodin. We'll try that. As king, I need not accept such intrusions in my life, no matter how well intended. Well, this sounds like we're setting ourselves up for a fail state. I visited all of our cultivated land and have good news. Our croplands are not quite as productive as when Ernalda blessed them, but the wedding gift is still helping our crops. Hey. Dark season with 1 season of food. Okay, yeah, and went to Rudel. Perfect. I am very much thinking we need to take this temple down. It doesn't have a spark. Oh, I can't even do it. Oh, you don't even have a temple. Okay, never mind. Okay, that must have been one of the ones that crumbled then, because I'm pretty certain we had one. We have a spark. You're still alive. We also lost our Elmo, but I don't know if we can put this up. When we put these up, we're losing more herd. I don't think we can stomach that. None of those are particularly good. I don't like any of these. I don't even have any clue what we should do on this one. I guess let's explore our own lands. And that way if we get turned around, we're just right here. 15 people sickened by the maker of bad growth have finally died of their long lingering illness. Their pain in the final moment, eaten from within, I can speak no more of it. We're back from searching the north. We were able to capture the needle grass spirit. It reduces the effects of overgrazing. Now that we're settled in here, we former Castangi have retrieved the wealth that we hid on leaving our old lands. We bring gold, silver, and gems for 31 cows to add to our new shared treasury. Our exploration party was thwarted by ice demons. All right, they want me to adjudicate between them. Okay. Okay, every single time we've mediated, it has ended in a failure. But if I say work it out yourselves, I think we undermine the king. He doesn't want to do it though. Okay, let's try this one. What's the worst that can happen? Minus mood and minus 20 goods. You're right, they said. The days of Beren are dead and we can no longer rely on Beren said. They reclaimed their gifts and left. I feel like there's no good outcome from that event. Maybe if we had some regalia, we could actually mediate. I have a feeling that's the thing there. Some of it's just for science. If when we Groundhog Day again, we'll have more future knowledge. All right, early storm season. I am really at the end of my rope. If I send people out, everyone just dies. I think we just spam Heron. That seems to be the only safe thing I can do and actually succeed. Late storm season. Okay, Heron is up. I mean, I don't even want to go anywhere. Trade? Maybe. Yeah, I guess our horses are actually okay. All right, we'll try a horse trade. We'll try a large one. I highly doubt it'll work. We'll sell horses and we'd ask for food. And we're looking for who has the wealth again. Contact, hiring warbands, hunger. Rating, known for their wealth. Are you known for your wealth though? I think I'm gonna mix it up. I don't feel like they had much last time. Also, everyone who's near me, except for these two, are wheels. All right, let's try the Arcarnlings. Known for eating rocks. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Hope for the best. We traded 14 horses for 2 weeks of food. One of your patrols intercepts a band of zombies shambling into the borderlands. Your warriors deal with them ably, and only 4 are injured. A Hermonth Blessing will be more powerful, but only against undead. Urlox will ace against all chaos. I also have an Urlox worshipper. I think we're going to do that one. Our snorting folk pawed across the ceremonial ground, shouting threats against corpses that they would say against the dead. Stormbolt warded us not only against the walking dead, but also against all things chaos. 3 babies were born, 3 adults. We have more people, more cattle, less horses. We're poor in livestock and have many horses. Maybe we need to do horse for livestock. Pleased to report there will be fewer sting flies. Our trickster is still stealing food, but she kept removing people's clothes with trickster magic. Oh no. They gasp. All right. And again, my magic up here sucks. And just keep some magic. Maybe with enough magic reserve, we can actually have some good random events. Yeah, we're gonna go that route. A man wearing tall headgear of unusual shape offered to teach secrets of cosmic magic to the Ruby Gates. They gained powerful raw magic from the technique. Unlike other clans, builders haven't forgot their king. Sure, buddy, sure. All right, step 1. Are we good? We're not. Aaron, go. Hope for the best. I have a feeling we're back in a doom spiral. I don't know how we get out of this, though. Unless we just don't get that Teghern event, I don't know what else we could do. Scouts spot brews roaming about near your clan borders and gallop back to tell the ring. Those disgusting chaotic enemies ravage every territory they invade. Those they encounter, either they slay or turn into incubators to spawn more brews. The first brews of Valley started out as members of our clan who called themselves the Antler Society. Nearby clans are disposed to listen. Okay, maybe we could get a unity thing going on here. A lot of people want to just attack them. We're doing pretty good on goods temporarily. I think we're gonna call on Urox. Urox sent a wind bowl to drive them off. The display would hold off other chaos for at least a while. They say that, and yet we're getting spammed. Okay, Heron is up. We can start a venture. All right, I think we're gonna have to do a food one. Let's try foraging. Was overcome by a disease spirit. We had to come home. Hope for the best. No. That is a fool's promise. We are not taking that. Okay, let's try the caravan, and we're gonna sell horses for food. I don't have another way. Let's try the Naronan because they're close. People feared the ring was wrong. We'd soon be starving. Well, we are starving, so don't worry. They didn't want to trade. Negotiations from their Carling clan appear outside your fortress to seek aid. Their Redalda temple is dying. They hope you will assist in revival. Though such a boon is not without a price, they will consider themselves indebted to you. Redalda rode far and wide. I think we're going to follow her advice. It's her goddess. Do it. Cracks appeared in our image of Redalda. Their Carling visitors poured the transferred essence into a saddle basket. Their priests praised the act which Redalda would surely reward us for. That event is just begging for a misclick? Yeah, it is. I wish there was a confirmation on those. I'm literally at the end of my rope here. I guess we'll go back to the plan of trying to explore. That was the only thing that was working, and we just pray that whoever we're sending doesn't just die. It's one of our new guys. Are you literally number 2 in food? Oof. All right. And of course we're raided instantly. Okay, I think we're gonna go for survival here. Noted for his caution. Okay, noted. I am gonna spend some magic. Can we do a ritual for Firehoof? We got it off. They got the same ritual off. We'll skirmish. They set aside a reserve force while we showered them with arrows. Try intimidating them. They flinched. We'll maneuver. They altered their advance. Seize an opportunity for vengeance and kill him. Plus mood. Do we chance a berserk? They're playing really cautious. Yeah, berserk. They tried to fight cleverly but could not react in time to our berserk rush. We gained the upper hand. And serve our strength. They tried to press the attack. We held strong. Fierce. They countered with reserves. Fierce. We lost. 15 cattle, 2 horses. Well, that wasn't as bad as it might have otherwise been. Amazing news. Colvale's not dead after all. She said her group had inadvertently ridden into the Gods' War. She alone found her way back after outwitting many tentacled beasts. Not everyone believed this, and they could see that Colvale seemed to have aged 7 years. Fierce never works. Try something else. Well, it's this weird rock, paper, scissors, shotgun, water balloon thing that is never described in game. I have read the guide for Ride Like the Wind, which I believe is the same exact system. I don't know. We talked about it last time. I'm not going to harp on it. I don't think it's a good system. Okay, Heron could be up. Heron, please give us food. Oh, we haven't seen you guys in forever. Misshapen cultists of chaos deity Tyram arrive with an offer. They wish to use your ritual ground to climb their ladder to the sky. That will break apart the choking air above, permitting you a sight of your god, Elmal. Your sky worshippers shall increase in power, and you'll gain stalks to enjoy the sunshine. Your grain stalks. No. We will refuse and call on Urox's protection. Nope. Nope. Our Urox folks stomped and whipped their heads like goring bulls. They reduced the spore of chaos, warding us against future outbreaks. During the ritual, the Tyram worshippers shambled off, trying to cover their ears against the noise. We have several damaged shrines. We might want to consider rebuilding them. Oh, yeah, maybe. We do actually have a few goods right now. In fact, actually, hang on a second. Okay, no, we have our watchtower. I didn't remember that we'd actually rebuilt that. Is that telling me that they want me to take this apart? I'm not exactly sure what they want. If they want me to take it down and rebuild it, I mean, then we could. I think I'm actually going to switch that blessing now that I'm looking at that. Less expedition time means better food returns, possibly. Did my caravans... She is not out. Trade horses for food. We'll try the next one. Go. For the best. This is not going well. We should trade for more herd animals, yeah? Yeah? Maybe we'll send another one out. Let's try their carlings. And we'll again do horses for herds. And we'd like to do a large amount. They weren't able to trade at all. We traded 6 horses for 32 cattle. Okay, well, there's something. God, those numbers are horrific. One of our hunters downs a stag, which transforms into a human as it dies. Many express disappointment over the loss of venison. A few days later, an oddly attired outlander appears at your gate, calling themselves the Damali. They demand weregale of worth 20 cows for slaying of their brother. Drive them off. Grant compensation. All right, people seem to want to do that. We'll do it. Plus mood. All right, I think we're still fine on horses. Like, we had 100 at one point and we didn't lose the game. I think we're going to continue selling horses and buying cattle. And we're going to try a large amount. We'll try White Fox this time. We could cash in some favors. That's not a bad idea either. How many favors do we have out there? Because we're in a bad way. We have 1. All right, well, we will bring a small gift. We'll go see if we can try that. Man, that is really asking for a misclick, isn't it? 6 horses for 31 gray cattle. All right, this is already looking a lot healthier. We are desperately short on food. We should ask for help. Yeah, call in favor. Food, please. Their chief is not known to be generous, but we're so low on food, we might try asking for a little more. I'm going to ask for twice the normal amount. No, a little more. They agreed to give us the food. Thank you. That doesn't stop anything, though. A delegation from Umerigan clan appears to gate, begging for assistance. They say the flame in their Elmal temple has dwindled. They seek your help in rekindling it through cooperative right. They'll owe us a favor. Throw garbage at them. We are duty-bound to send them packing. The right shouldn't unduly tax our clan magic if we do it right. I have many insults to use against wheels, sharp as a crow's beak. Before the ice, before the coming of the horse, we were the same, living in the north. Man. I don't think we should scornfully decline. I think we're getting bad advice here. Elmo is a sun god, and having more sun god is a good thing. Plus, we're supposed to still be open to outsiders. Be cranky at me. We called the blessing of Elmal into their ritual receptacle, a golden mass. The Umerigan gave us sincere thanks and said they would praise us to the remaining gods of the Golden City. At least no one got pissed about that. Okay, they want me to go raiding. Yeah, with who? The 5 people who can actually work? Okay, late storm season. We've used up our favors. Oh, never mind. We just got a fresh one. Yoink. Yeah, we'll be collecting that favor. Your Tharlings let us know another clan is no more. They found the Fireflowers dead, victims of a horrible plague. We won't be seeing their goods in the markets moving forward. Paulvale died of old age. Okay, I thought she was an ogre, so or a vampire or something. So I guess that's good. We will call in that favor. God, this feels like something we should resolve too, but I'm just not in a place we can do it. Their chief has a reputation for generosity. We're so low on food we may be able to impose on. Okay, we'll try for twice. Rodin beseeched Irjorn they aid us in our time of need. We said we would consider ourselves in debt for the extra favor. They agreed and gave us additional food. I'm fine with that. 91 fewer people, 23 more head of cattle, 20 fewer horses. We're poor in livestock, we still have many horses. I think we're going to continue the horse livestock trade. We got 5 horses back. We produce goods. We couldn't do rituals that help foragers. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we have a little bit of reserve. We're also going to do a little exploring. Our trickster sold clan magic. We did not ask from where, however. Orlean pecked people with a wooden beak. There you go. Survived 7 years in the God War only to die of old age. Yeah, you know, I guess you live through pure stubbornness only to die as soon as the moment passes. How did we exhaust our food already when we've called in multiple favors for food? Call Tegan? No. Magpie spirits came to recognize our role in keeping trade alive, gifting us with magic. All right, well, magic, spirits. Okay, we got multiple things down. Heron, you coming up first. Oh my goodness. We ran out of food. Tegrin, no. I don't know, guys. I feel like the balance on this is insane. We send out people looking for food, they die. We've called in all of our favors. We're running all the food magic, all the spirit stuff. This is just a misery simulator, frankly. Do we still have somebody out looking for food? Do I send a second one? That seems to be the only time we ever, like, briefly get a reprieve. All right, you're up, random dude who joined us. We're hoping for the best. A diverse swarm of chaos monsters appeared. All of our patrols spotted them. All 11 swords and 73 bows were available. Okay, well, that's at least something. Okay. What are we waiting for? Hamunt or Urox? I think we're calling on Urox because we got our boy here. Yeah, Urox time. We'll spin the magic even. And you know what? I'm going to spend 2 even. Magic -2. All right, we could mow down as many as possible, charge the leader. How good are you? You're not great. Mow down as many as possible. I mean, that's about par for the course. Gandalf charged into the ogres and began attacking left and right. The ogre leader quickly pulled back slightly and let Gandalf tire himself out. Then the goat-headed brew gave Gandalf a nearly fatal wound. We had lost the momentum of the charge. It was only after nearly impossible fighting that we drove them off. Afterwards, we recognized that they had eaten most of my game. Dude, I'm really curious on that designated. If you do watch another one, if there is one, I'd be very curious to know. Clan leaders came upon priests of Dostal preparing for divine rite by slaughtering a cow. They were about to sacrifice another dozen or so, it looked like. Though this is how you ordinarily worship gods, the priests have not sought permission for such an expenditure. In this time of need, every cow is precious. People wonder aloud if the clan ring is capable of enforcing authority, or if the builders are now run by the god talkers. Pretend you authorize this. Okay, I had high hopes for this guy. He does not seem great so far. I wish we weren't in such dire straits and we could have let him grow up a little bit before we put him on the ring. Of course we must fool them, and I shall. Demand that we pledge they never do it again. You don't remember them suffering this bad? I mean, it takes skill to suffer as I have. All right, I'm gonna say don't do that again. The priest said their piety had overcome them. As holy folk, it is upon us to set example, and today we failed our ring and our clan. All right, that's fine. Search for food to the east. Some of the spots what must be a nest high up in a tree. Okay, this is an event that has been very good to us if we succeed. Climb up yourself. About halfway to the nest, she's pushed off by an air spill and fell to the ground. Food partying returned. Ow. Okay, well, like my tea, our food stocks are empty. I'm gonna go ahead and take my 5-minute break and go refill my tea and try to gird my courage here. I am very shocked that we have not seen the end yet. We are at, what are we, 48, 56. We're on turn 60. We have got to be close to the end. I believe a normal, the duration we chose was 50 turns, and we are beyond 50 turns, so we have got to be close. We've got to be. We just got to hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, to that end, I'm gonna get there and get some tea. So I'm gonna give you guys a 5-minute timer. If you're enjoying the suffering, don't forget to leave a like. If you're not blocking ads and you get one, I appreciate the pennies. I shall return in 5 minutes. All right, no worries. Chaos made me forget to turn out the kitchen light. Hang tight. Okay. Ugh. Fortifying myself with the treasure of tea to raise my spirits. For those of you who have watched a playthrough, how close would you say we are? Close, not close, multiple streams? Just out of curiosity. I'm willing to push ourselves a little long if we think we can finish it tonight, so we don't end up just having a super short stream on Wednesday. We are at... I literally thought the game was supposed to be over on turn 50, and we are... or year 50, and we are beyond that. 18... So 38, 46... Yeah, we're on 50, so we have got to be close, right? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay, do we have any food? No. Okay, I think our best option is the caravan, and we trade. We would like to sell some horses. Who could we go to? I don't want to go to these people who are far away. We'll trade some horses for some food. And again, we're going to try to go for a large amount. This feels like it's the most doable. At least we get some food from this. Hope for the best. 15 horses for 4 weeks of food. We are getting raided by the Nar Onani. Okay. Commented that the Nar Onani feared us and might avoid riskier tactics. Well, great. Okay, we will try to drive them off. We will intimidate them. Our reputation unsettled them. We'll skirmish. They advanced under the flight of our arrows. We'll fight cleverly, and we sent them off. All right. We need more battles like that. We need a lot more like that. Maybe lose on purpose. I'm not really looking to lose on purpose. It's drawing to a close, at least. Most of the gods are dead. He faced the 3 entities. Yes, we did finish that. Can we redo Arnalda's hero quest for food? Maybe. I don't know if we have the oomph in us for that, though. We only succeeded because we had a lot of modifiers riding on that. Walkboth being near the valley is near, but the RNG, who freaking knows? Yeah, I feel like RNG has been absolutely brutal to us. Like, every time we almost had a Regalia, or like some of the like high value people that just died to events, I feel like we've been very punished by that. No Teghan. I will starve to death before I accept that. Never. Not once. The party you sent to forge the North of Uriel has not returned. Speaking of. Speaking of. Okay, 219 people, 2 kids. Okay, hopefully we are nearing the end here. We still have no food. Caravan seems to be the only thing doing anything. Horses for food, a large caravan. We'll try the white foxes. It's our boy. You hear that the Umurgini struck a bargain with the Chaos God Teghern, the same entity that visited you earlier, burning your skin with the wrongness of his presence. Teghern offered to visit Dune upon a clan of their choice. In exchange for a simple acknowledgement of his glory, the Umurgini named the Flame Singers. Teghern went to that clan and attacked their warriors, eating their skin. He killed half of their finest warriors. Plan a reprisal raid. Demand they renounce Teghern. Convince them. We don't love these guys. Oh boy. This is not good if other people are starting to accept this. I'm gonna demand that they renounce Teghern. If I'm gonna suffer, you can buck up too. I'm probably gonna get raided while we're doing this. They said going back on their deal with Teghern was not so easy. They would show us how hard it would be. Now that the chief and the circle grudgingly accepted our help, we had to figure out how and what form it might take. Accept the scourge of Urox, which we will call upon you. Outlaw the leaders who counseled this crime. Send warriors to the Flameslinger clan to replace them. In the Chaos Plague times, you'd think all people would worship Stormbolt, but they don't. We didn't explicitly gain their willing cooperation. The Flameslinger chieftain is very pious. After this, let's attack him. In practice, a sentence of outlawry is a death sentence. What I know about Glorantha is that he is willing to make amends for his mistakes. Yeah, we're gonna scourge them. We'll go 10. This isn't my skin on the line. Our bolt stompers snorted and grunted. Urox took mercy on the haughty wheels. He purified them by searing them with a whirlwind of hot sand that belched down from above. They bled and tore their garments, and the end of it had been cleansed of their awful misdeed. Their chieftain told us that their gratitude surpassed the powers of expression. Stormbolt's punishing gift would shield not just them, but us as well. Get sandblasted, fools. Hey, are you wanting a sandblasting? Stop asking. They need to give you a no and never ask me again button. I'm never gonna say no. We have triggered Babel's stubbornness. Okay, we have less than a season, which is more than we deserve. My horses are getting to the point that I don't think I should do that anymore. I would be willing possibly to trade Wine Drop if we get into a big emergency, but that's the only one. My other treasures I need. Okay, now, did we ever get that? Yeah, we did get that shrine back up. We have hunting, we have that. Okay, what are we in? Earth season. Okay, we need to get these up. Let's get Heron first because I can't get Heron during the dark season. Okay, then let's get Crow. Food situation is dire. Hope for the best. A small group of people bearing the insignia of the Foro Silveri tribe hail your sentinels requesting temporary shelter. So 50-50. 50% of the time they're ogres and everyone hates us. 50% of the time they're not ogres and everyone hates us. I guess we'll let them in and we'll keep an eye on them. Who's gonna be guard? Cyanti will. Goods plus 20. That night, when they should have been sleeping, we saw them creep towards Sarastev's bedchamber. Our guards leapt out to stop them. After a short vicious fight, the guests were all dead. Sure enough, the jaws contained rows of knife-sharp teeth. We found silver and jewels on them, no doubt taken from past victims. Is our economy based on luring in ogres and killing them? Ryan says, I will say that there's one beneficial event I saw in another Let's Play that occurred multiple times to help and has not occurred once this run. Ow. Ow. Okay, we are in dark season. Let's get Anvil up. Then let's get... I don't think we have any worries about overgrazing, I'm gonna be honest. Many are sick. Let's go... We are curing that. Oh, well, I guess many is a low number when we don't have a lot of people. I don't think I want to put up another shrine because of the cow cost. We haven't ventured. Let's venture. Honestly, I think we're going to guard the herds. It gets me a little bit of herd, and better, we actually might be able to find people that are raiding us. I think that includes the chaos. Okay, these are those treacherous chaos women. Word reaches you that the Flamesinger clan hosted priestesses who offered a pact with a strange foreigner goddess, Garavanara. Sounds like something. Invoking her divine cycle of dissolution and recombination, the Flamesingers attacked an ally, the Urothan clan. For this deed, the Flamesingers received 100 cows, and of course the alliance is over. Ganaloff says the Garavanara is a fiction. The traveling priestesses really serve Cecine, sinister goddess of temptation. Accepting their deal strengthened the hand of chaos. Well, we know what we need to do. Demand that you renounce. We'll send Rodine. We strongly suggest that you renounce that. They said that they should have known that their good fortune was too good to last. What do you require us to do? Scourge of Uroks. Apparently this is what we're going to be known for. The same thing happened. We sandblasted them. Hey, we're down to only 2 people hating us. That's something, right? Right? 3 people fear us, 3 people like us, and 2 people hate us. Unlike other clans, the builders have not forgotten their king. Yeah, well, that's done literally nothing for us. I would have been better off not even trying that. All right, storm season. Morale stress. Yeah, no kidding. We have extra goods. Let's trade goods. Let's caravan. We're gonna sell goods for herd. A big amount of them. And we're gonna try the tricorn. There you go. Hope for the best. Skeleton swagger into your wildlands. I hate it when you see a skeleton swagger. It's the worst. All right. Oh man. Skeleton swagger into the wildlands. The largest of them, in a reverberating voice says, "As Undeath's herald, it's my duty and joy to convey a message. Hermunct, your so-called Lord of Death himself lies slain, laid low by Vivamort. Now is the time for one of your Hermuncti to step forward and duel me. Oh, but you don't have one, do you? So much for Karina's legacy. I'm gonna turn your ribcage into a xylophone. This is gonna be a 1920s Disney cartoon in about 2 seconds, buddy. Death cannot die. Send warriors to attack the skeletons. As strange as it sounds, this grim entity will obey the customs of a duel. If death has died, the world candle has truly burned to the nub." Neat Karine's reference, yeah. Keep Hermunct's memory alive in your shrine. I do think that's what we're gonna do. Remember when death happened, guys? That was good. Minus mood, minus population. It wanted to die, but our god talkers convinced it that we needed it to remain in the realm. Left unopposed, Death Herald and his skeletons escort roved through the land, slaying 20 people. Our heralds are threatened. We should buy more herds. I'm down with that. Although I'm short on goods at the moment because we sent them to trade. We don't have another venture. I shouldn't have sent a large amount. Okay, so is Hermunct actually dead, or is that skeleton just talking shit? He's dead. Death has died. I think a little of my soul has gone with him. I greatly regret that we lost our heir to Karina. Everything went wrong when Karina died, by the way. I think she was the glue that was holding this clan together. We used to win battles, remember that? We used to go fight things, that was cool. Ever since. We should have set her up as queen. Okay, late storm season. I guess spirits. Let's get a last heron in here. Okay, we traded 40 cows worth of goods for 37 gray cattle. We weren't able to sell all. Okay, that's actually good. We won't lose a shrine. Members of the Tricorn clan seek a favor. Accomplished seekers of knowledge and treasure. They endured a heavy blow when the writer exploration god Zarlan died. Since then, they've taken an unusual step of worshipping your goddess Redalda, who preserves some of Zarlan's traits. They wish to learn deep secrets of their goddess from Rodine. How about we have a formal alliance? We were hoping you would ask that, they said. We made arrangements to complete the Pact of Alliance. Rodine shared her understanding of her goddess with them. Low-key also kind of keeping us together. Rodine is like doing all the work right now. Think it's possible to get her a well, we had her daughter, and her daughter died on an expedition. I will say, if one of the things I took from this playthrough, we took the ancestral spirit of trading. That was a mistake. Knowing what I know now, we should have taken the ancestral knowledge of exploration. Exploration, I think, is the key in this one. I think it was alliance building in the last one, and it is exploration in this one. We have 93 fewer people, 25 fewer head of cattle, 24 fewer horses. Elmal gave us 14 horses back. We did stuff. The shaman said that if we had more sworn spirits a year from now, we would be able to drum up more magic. We drove off the Eater of Skin. Orone, nobody could find Orone during the sacred time rituals. Finally, she showed up covered in filth. However, Orone told unlikely stories about the craven deeds of Josedivus, the Ruby Gate chief. Okay. Fields, pastures, wild. Crafts. Are we gonna do any more exploring, or do we just accept? Honestly, I feel like we should do diplomacy. Does diplomacy help trade? I always assumed that it did. We could try a last minute harmony play. We're so deep. We're so deep. Simon says something about swaggering skeletons is insanely funny. I'm telling you, man, they're playing xylophones on their ribs, dancing around and singing. It's crazy. I don't think we're gonna do any exploring this year. I think we're gonna, well, I think we're gonna hunker down. We exhausted our food supplies, of course we did. Fear ripples through the clan as word spreads that the world outside the valley has completely died. Okay, bad for everybody else, good for us, because I think this is the beginning of the end. When you look in the distant horizon, you see that it is gone. Your region and Berenstead cannot be far behind. I am only surprised it took this long, Orane says. Doressa draws her sword. We shall be steadfast in the final battle. By surviving this long, Erland says, we have won a great victory, even if no one will live to sing it. Yeah, I am definitely the, we're gonna have the final last stand, even if it doesn't matter, even if we lose. So, as much as I go kicking and screaming into the night, I'm definitely gonna do that kicking and screaming. Remember the spirit of spirits. Is now the time to pull that trigger designated? Okay, so we could breathe magic into our shrines. We could warn our allies. I imagine that they could see this, right? Shelter wild horses. Call kin and other clans back to the stead. Warn the allies. Hunker down. Warn our allies. I am pretty sure this is the final events, yes. I'm very glad, because I don't know how much more suffering Babel could take. Last stand or no. Okay, what do we do here? Magic into the shrines. I did save some extra magic. What's that gonna do? I don't know. Call the kin and other clans. Maybe that would up our population? Shelter wild horses. Warn allies or hunker down. Well, we have 4 allies. That is honestly most of the people who are not wheels. And that seems to be pretty popular with the clan ring. But then again, I drug these shrines all the way through this game. Dang it, I'm using them. If this is truly the final year, we're going hard. It glowed with sacred power. Most of the gods were dead now, but they lived in our hearts and our places of worship. 3 people died of hunger. It's perfect. Okay, all we need to do is not game over for about a year, I think. I think we're that close. We have no food. I think we're gonna trade wine drop. We're going to sell a treasure. And we're gonna take it to... or Carling's. Go. Hope for the best. I'm not eating that food. So help me. All right, buy the turtle stone. Hey, there's our turtle stone. Treasure for treasure. We would like to sell it. They offer 43 cows worth of goods. I would prefer direct food, but that's fine. We'll accept that. Okay, our ghosts are fighting again. I hate it when our ancestors are fighting again. Run up to our bedroom and slam the door. Okay, so remind the old ghosts that you joined the Rams. Remind the Ram ancestors that you began as riders. Ram ancestors. I don't remember which one we did. Encourage the living to show more harmony. I kind of like that one. We did one of these ones last time. The cries of ghostly battle drowned out our encouraging. We sank deeper. No. Okay, yeah, you are right. Releasing spirits will give us more food. That's actually pretty legit here. So if we go to Heron, we're gonna bargain and we're gonna release for larger effect. Bargain. Most of it was eels, okay? We love eels. -5 swords! With Vinoroth dead, the initiations from boyhood to manhood his devotees helped supervise reverse themselves. As a result, men of your clan turned back into boys. The manifestation strikes 5 of your elite warriors. Perfect. We found eternal youth, but at what cost? If I age back as they did, I'll cease to exist. Assumptions underpin the world. Chaos eats all of them. I may hear the buzzing of prophetic cicadas. Hear the strange sickness. All men are boys. A snake spirit can become the essence of eternal contradiction merely by biting its tail. Okay, I have a couple people voting for spirits. I'm gonna go for it. And I'm not gonna tax them because we're gonna do other spirit stuff. The snake spirit slithered up and bit its own tail. The boys turned back into men and the people rejoiced. Only Dorcia would think that snake spirits could do this. Although we have sent out our herd raiders, it's been many years since we last went on a full raid. Yeah, well, the world's ending, everyone. Could we all settle down a little bit here? Okay, fire season. I don't think there's any point. I don't think there's any point in doing a raid. All we're gonna do is hurt ourselves in our confusion. All right, is now the time to do Spirit of Spirits, or should we wait till towards the end of the year? ADS says now's the time. Okay, he already had answered that. All right, bargain. I guess we would want larger effect. What time are we in? Early. I would assume that the world will end when we get to sacred time. Pure assumption here. I'm just worried that this isn't gonna last. Do we know that this is gonna last for at least the year if we release the spirit? Dang it, I sat on this thing so long I want to get the use out of it. We do have a little bit of food. Not much. We have no favors. No, that's favors I owe. Favors due. Oh, I do have one. Now? All right. Release the spirits of something. All right. We will release it for a larger effect. The spirit of spirits accepted Doris's offer. It would perform one last service, aiding us as the world ended. Thanks, bro. Hope for the best. The Flame Singers have a new chief. Apparently their previous chief had died, but no one noticed. A bit like that poor mother. Like her, he continued to lead the clan until returning from a raid with a spear through his head. I don't know for sure if the Flame Singers held a proper funeral, drove him away, or what. No. Late fire season. I did release him, but he's still here. Interesting. All right, we have one last venture. We are pretty good on goods. Let's see if we can just not die of starvation here for 5 minutes. I think foraging has our best chance. And I'm gonna send our best food person. They got diseased. All right, we're just not allowed to forage anymore. Sensing the presence of chaos, Gunoff spots a party of chaos worshippers skulking in our wildlands. From past experience, you identify them as an advanced party of Walkboss army. I think we're just killing them. Several people want to capture them. I don't think they're gonna break under torture. I'm just killing them. Suffer not the chaos to live. Taken by surprise, the scouts fell beneath our swords. They managed to hurt only 3 of our warriors. I would sooner die. Early Earth season. We have a lot of goods. Let's throw up a trade wind for a larger effect. Help us get good deals when we buy things. The people gaze up in awestruck horror as an enormous eye fills the sky. A single name reverberates in everyone's head. Walkboss, Walkboss, Walkboss. The eye of the devil himself stares down upon you, bringing menace, dread, and premonitions to the world's end. Throw some pocket sand in his eye. Now is the time. We can do this. We warned the valley this day would come. The eye heralds the imminent arrival of Walkboss army. Thanks to us, the valley clans know this. Again and again, we have aided the Oroxi rovers. If we seek them, they will come. So it begins. If many clans help, we will succeed. If we rely on Urlocks, gift at least 20 cows. Okay, I think I'm gonna seek aid from the other clans. Let's cash in a little bit of our Diplo here. Hey, he does use hot sand. Maybe that's it. Urlocks and his sand blaster were made for this moment. All right, I am gonna go hard on the sacrifice here. We have, I did kind of purposely leave us pretty high on goods. Lifted by the aid of the Valley clans, our bull stoppers successfully invoked Aurochs, who sent the eye away with sand in it. Though far from the final, this victory would grant us surcease for a time at least. Okay. Okay. I'm still gonna do that trade plan though. It would sure be nice if we didn't get a game over as we were heading to the last screen. So we will, I think we're just gonna do a medium. We want goods for food. And we will go, I need somebody nearby. Or Carling. Go. I am gonna slaughter, no, hope for the best. Hope for the best. 2 weeks worth of food for 33 cows worth of goods. God, this feels like when I was just shopping at the grocery store today, actually. Have games become too realistic? Our victory just bought time to thing we don't actually want. I don't think that's mechanically buying us time, if that makes sense. Probably not good to have an enemy army with a giant eye that can watch you. Okay, we have no venture. We have no more spirits that I want to use. I guess we'll do a quick cheeky explore in our own territory. Although the winds are no longer reliable, on a hunch I followed one and found a small carved figure. Based on the markings and a long lightning sword, it appears to represent Orlast's son, Binovan, famous as a raider. I think it will provide magic to guide raids anywhere in the valley, or help us win any raid. When I visited Orland's shrine to give thanks, I got the sense that we might find a similar effigy in the future. We know you. God talkers who worship the southern deity Zas arrived to offer her assistance. We worship the great mistress of equilibrium. In prayer to her, we perceive an impediment to the undoing of chaos. Your alliance with the Tricorn clan. It seems beneficial, but in fact, prevents certain prophecies from coming into reality. Though it seems like an odd and perhaps dangerous request, you must raid them. No, and we're gonna warn the Tricorns about you. Begone, wench. With an insinuating look, their leader said, "You'll regret this." I think you'll regret this. They thanked us for the warning. Yeah. Hey, it's the apocalypse, guy. A whole bunch of cute women entered our village and they say that we have to raid our allies. We should totally believe them. This seems like a good idea that will not backfire. Okay. Dark season. We're getting close. We got maybe 3 more turns until sacred time. I'm assuming that's when things are going to kick off. What are we going to do? You know, that cheeky little explorer got me a treasure. Our food situation is desperate. We asked the gods for their blessing, so we'll need to go outside the clan. Okay. We will. I think I'm going to slaughter some livestock for food. For a season. If we're going to end, then that should be fine. The butchers were able to produce a little more meat than expected. We have a few extra valuable hides. As I was walking, a patch of ground seemed to call to me. We dug there and found an unglazed pot. Once again, Redalda thanked us for maintaining her shrine by gifting us barley corns. Okay. All right, you jerks again. Urox. Where's my Urox boy? Where you at? You. As we often was the case with divine calls made from the ritual ground, Ground's Prail failed to loft its way to the divine realm. Oh no. Alright, well, we are attacking them. We're not making bargains. Led by Sayantani, we tore into them, scattering bones left and right. Their leader proved tough, but others flanked him, not tough enough for Sayanti. A win against chaos lightened the weight of doom upon us. Okay, well, you know what? Cheeky is as cheeky does. We found the body must have been an outlaw. He'd been dead for weeks, judging by the spider webs, but his body did not decompose. We gave him a shallow grave. Well, that's not good. Why are you wounded? Before anyone realizes he's gone anywhere, King Erlanth returns to Berenstead, injured and covered in blood. Some of it's mine, he says, berserk fury still blazing at the back of his eyes, but most of it belongs to chaos cultists. I hope he got those Wukpuk guys. Hate those guys. But most belongs to chaos cultists I encountered in the Wildlands. For every blow I endured, I killed 2 enemies. People implore the ring to urge him to greater caution. His death would mean the end of the royal line. Our neighbors will likely hear of this. If we run out of kings, our story ends. He struck a real blow against chaos. Never schooled anyone for slaying chaos. A king's battle prowess has significantly increased. If we had some regalia, I feel like this would be going better. You better not cause me to restart when we're in the final couple turns, buddy. Let the matter rest. This showed admirable deference to the crown, people said. Yeah. I mean, our king's a badass. It's all right. We're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go. Late storm season could be the end. All right. I think I probably should have done this slightly earlier. I probably should have had that up and running. Let's sacrifice for Smite Chaos. The world's gonna end anyways. Let's go with 15. That gives me a full 20 for a sacrifice. Our sacrifice was favorably received. While foraging for mushrooms in the copse of dead trees, your women behold a disturbing sight. Okay, we've had these before. Install them in your throne room? What? I don't think we had that one. Leave them be, install them in your throne room. I don't have a lot of people giving me advice here. My one piece of advice is leave them be. We don't need to burn them for sure. Let's ask the spirits to commune with them. Yes, please. They said they were elves, all right. The living parts were a mile away beneath the earth. The dead husk posed no threat and could be left alone. Did you leave them alone? Yes. Nobody objected to the ring's decision. Okay. Yeah, we befriended the elves actually in the last playthrough, relatively well. In Ride Like the Wind. Okay, the final battle. I think we're gonna do ritual and we're gonna do war. We expect the world to end very soon. God, I kind of want some magic going into this. I feel like this is a good choice, though. All right, let's do it that way. Don't need food if the world is in. Yeah, kind of. You know what? We're starving anyways. What's it matter? What's it matter? We'll go ritual, we'll go war, we'll go in with 4 extra magic. If it's anything like Ride Like the Wind, we're gonna have to go through a bunch of checks. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. This better not be a game over. Members of the minority faction who oppose the full restoration of the tribe rise up to slay their rivals. All prominent leaders of the majority royalist group die at their hands in the initial massacre. A wave of reprisals and counter-reprisals washes over Berenstead. Orlanthe people have always considered murder within the clan the worst of sins, one that invites chaos. But because you dallied with chaos, this prohibition has been shattered in the bloodiest manner imaginable. When all is done, only one builder remains to mourn the dead. Who survives? Okay. Okay, you are freaky. I've never seen you before. You're an Urox guy, though. Oh, man. Huh. And it defaulted to magic. Very interesting. It defaulted to magic. This is going to have a big influence. Kind of interesting if the only survivor wasn't actually one of us and they would go tell our story. Combat and magic, the two things I think we probably are going to need. But she's an outsider. That's less interesting story-wise to me. You're also an adoptee. You worship Ernalda. Rodine has been an absolute solid choice in almost everything we did. She's got excellent combat. I do feel it's combat and magic that are needed, though. Our tolerant heritage will save us? That could be true. That could be true. I kind of feel like she's the heart and soul at this point. But if it truly is magic, then we're picking very poorly. I mean, there's something a little poetic about Redalda. And Redalda's not dead. So Redalda actually survived the God War. So her goddess is alive, and she's a living goddess of our clan. I wonder if we Groundhog Day if we come back to this point, or if we have to replay the previous year. This is a really big decision. She was the one that we sent on the God path, right? Hey, Adius, you know what would have helped us? Some regalia. I think he's dead. I think this is, it says who survives. We have one living builder. We're literally picking the last survivor. We never picked any option to encourage royals. Oh, we picked a lot of them actually, Ryan. I think we needed regalia. Like it said multiple times, like you really need regalia. Like for realsies, you need it. All right, I think we're going this route. This mechanically is better, but this is just more poetic. Yeah, if we have to reload, I mean, we have to reload. This just feels like a better ending. I will get further with a horse. Can we use our magic horse that we have? Rodine spends weeks gathering all the bodies she can find and placing them on a vast pyre. As the smoke from the corpses rise up, the poison sky overhead turns completely black. Houses and temples crumble. The herds begin to sicken. Grain in the storehouse rapidly rots. Berenstead is dying, tumbling into a dead, unearthly reality. Before it vanishes entirely, Rodine seizes the one thing left that truly matters. I mean, it's got to be a healthy horse, right? Literally worships the horse riding goddess. I will get further with a horse. This is a very poetic ending. I wish we could use our fiery horse treasure. Remember, we have the son of Chahalden, the first horse. Maybe this is him. Maybe this is him. The one healthy horse. On a lonely trail, your best friend is your horse. Rodine traverses a dead and ruined world. The sky has gone entirely black. All water has frozen. Wherever she goes, all plants and animals are dead. Parts of the world have vanished altogether. Rodine trudges past inaccessible places, cut off from the rest, adrift and shapeless. After a while, she suspects that hundreds of years have passed, or rather, that years do not and cannot exist anymore. The oppressive, dangerous existence of the last decades was a paradise compared to this. Rodine pines for death, and it does not come, since even death has died. How does she keep her mind intact? Again, I have to agree. For her, it's all about that horse. Droog walks into the clan hall and he's like, "What's going on in here?" Stab. Babel wants to pick the Bilger Saga, but I think it's by betting with her horse. After only a couple of eternities, the horse tired of this, and Rodine stopped asking. Maybe it would have been different if there was anything to bet on. In a stand of blasted pines, Rodine is drawn to a strange glowing shape that might be an infant. Oh, you look creepy. From a distance, a foreign hero approaches, also seeking to understand the radiant entity. He appears to be Orlantha. His garb suggests he hails from the faraway sacred mountain. He has come a long way. Or you have both gone a long way, or both. "Outlander," he demands. "I have come to find the second son. What can you tell me of him?" If he's who I think he is, Arenlanth was his distant relation, though the Hoy Redalda bloodline, and he'd be my relative too. Oh, I didn't even notice the dude over here. I didn't even notice. Okay, so you are the second son. I've come to find the second son. What can you tell me of him? This is a trap meant to confuse our minds. I have literally no reference for whatever this is referencing, so I'm just going to go along with what she's thinking. The second sons are the friends we made along the way. Well, apparently it was nothing but a horse that got tired of us. You're the second son. The strange hero nodded. I must indeed be the one chosen to break the back of chaos. I am Herot, and in my veins runs the blood of the Orlanth the king and his son, Vingot the champion. He waved farewell to Rodin as the light of the radiant began entering him. You have aided me, perhaps shall be remembered in the chronicles of my people, whom I shall call the Heartlings. Rodin journeys further into the shattered world. An extended non-interval elapses without event or sensation. Finally, Rodin reaches a forked path. To the left, she sees people dressed like raccoons arguing with ghosts. On the right, she notices an abandoned temple. She considers lying down and succumbing to death, along with the rest of the world. Joke's on you, you can't die. What does Rodin do? Huh. He's the original ancestor of the King of Dragon Pass clan. That's what I thought. I didn't want to say that because I thought I was wrong, but I was like, I thought the Heartlings were King of Dragon Pass. What do we do? Raccoons arguing with ghosts sounds like a lot of trouble. The temple is what's tempting me. We're not lying down. I guess we're doing all this entire thing on vibes. Go so she can restart the temple. Just have you tried turning it off and on again? Okay, so the right is the temple. Go right. Hey, that's like our speaker spot with the swirl. I have to use the magic here, so should use other... No, I have to use magic here, so should use the other talents later. Rodin finds the first temple, where Stormfolk learned how to sacrifice to Orlanth. A piece of it crumbles before Rodina's eyes. We could call the spirits to protect it. On a nearby rock carve runes commemorating your clan's journey to Orlanth and Redalda's wedding. Sacrifice the horse on the altar. Send worship to the dead gods. Move on before sorrow overtakes you. I have to use magic here. That would be calling the spirits to protect this place, right? Or worshiping. Somebody says, Araska says carve the runes. Ryan votes for 2 or 3. Yeah, I do agree. This was like super important. It was so important I thought that was literally going to be the end of the game. All right, we'll carve the runes commemorating. The runes glowed, stabilizing the first temple. Our holy axe earned this victory, Rodin thought. Common Builder W. A band of survivors hears Rodin's exploits in the darkened world and gathers around her to declare her their queen. Lead us into the final battle against chaos, and we shall worship you as the last and only hope. Let us fight and die at your whim, O great Rodin. She finds their plaintive demand oddly tempting. Even though Redalda was one of Vingot's royal bloodlines, she never wanted to be queen herself. I'm as desperately lost as all of you. I shall lead you to victory. Wade into them, fists flying. I don't want to go against what she's suggesting because she has not led us astray. I'm kind of feeling 1 here. I don't feel like we need to beat up random people who are like, please be our leader. Like, no, punch. This dude looks very serious also. Callie trying to lead me into temptation. I am as desperately lost as all of you. The wretches jeered and threw claws of earth. How dare you eject our love? You think you're too good for us? A smile broke across Rodin's face as she fed their laugh. Dignity itself was a trap of the mind, meant to lead one astray, as the worship of those wretches surely would have done. Rodin travels deeper into the shattered world. A long time elapses without sight or variation. Finally, Rodin reaches a forked road. To the left, she hears many voices wailing. On the right, she hears the fearful whinnies of equine distress. Horse goddess, I'm just saying. You have no advice for me. Voices wailing, but we have no clue on who it is. I mean, we have literally not been let down by horses yet. I mean, horses have never let us down. Horse maxing? Okay, just for that, I think we're going horses. Rodine out here horse maxing, just to double check. Right to the horses. Following the cries of a distressed horse, Rodine comes upon a dying mare, trapped in an all-consuming swamp. This is last mare, she realizes. The effort we expended maintaining so many magnificent horses may aid me here. I've lived my life to meet this challenge. I agree. Command her to rise, inspire her to rise, swap your horse for her, tell her of the horses of Berenstead. I'm feeling 4. I'm feeling 4. I don't think we want to condemn our horse for her because she's the last horse. That wouldn't really make any sense if we just traded horses. We might be able to inspire, but I kind of like the idea of like, we're like, you're gonna fail to some wimpy swamp. Let me tell you about suffering, son. Each time Rodine named and described one of the clan's legendary horses, the wrapped mare drew closer to solid ground. By the time Rodine named the 12th horse, last mare, without realizing it, had climbed out of the mire. Rodine bid her farewell and departed with a joyful heart. Common Rodine W. You look very much like a certain... It's not me, Tegron. That's my evil cousin. I am Dogran. Totally different. Rodine couldn't remember when she last ate or saw anything that looked like food. So great was her hunger, she could barely remain upright in the saddle. When she was about to pass out, a masked being appears, bearing a bushel overflowing with food. I'm here to deliver you from your starvation, Rodine, he says. Rodine recognizes him as the chaos deity Tegern, who had previously come to you, Berenstead, to tempt and vex you. I never wish to eat a horse, but it's better than letting chaos eat my soul. Okay, 1 is vetoed. I don't think we should eat his food. So even though I do want to beat him up and steal it, I feel like that's bad. I'll find food if I keep going. Maybe. Or the dead world isn't exactly real, so neither is my hunger. Honestly, I'm feeling 5, but... Man. The fact that she's saying that, though, really gives me pause. But, I mean, death's dead. We can't die, right? The dead world isn't exactly real, so neither is my hunger. I mean, we lived for multiple eternities. What's a few more, right? Also, I very much am keenly aware that there's almost no sound here. Like, there's something playing, but I can barely hear it. Yeah, you know what? The dead world isn't real, so neither is my hunger. Long live the horses. Rodine plodded on, head swimming and gut growling. She awoke beside a hollow log. The remnants of a fulsome meal splattered upon her shirt. Tegron lay curled up next to her, smiling. Your mind says the world isn't real, but when it sank into full delirium, you gratefully took my food. Rodine felt the icy grip of chaos on her heart and mind. There was nothing more to do but move on. Rip. I never wish to eat a horse, but it's better than letting chaos eat my soul. Well, Rodine moves further into the collapsing land. An unfathomable non-period passes without sound or movement. Years, months, or centuries pass before Rodine sees any other signs of life. A vast forest of evergreen heaves into view, its trees twisted and stripped but still alive. Among them stand living elves. They prepare an apparently edible paste from plant matter and fungi. The hunger Rodine has long suppressed rises up in her. She stumbles towards them, desperate for nourishment. All my ramblings have prepared me for this one moment of amity. Demand the paste. Drive them off, offer them the horse, leave them be. All who live must strive as one, I'll agree. The beast you ride speaks well of you, they said. Our kind has been ill-treated by yours, and we sense fire within you which burns us. But your clan has proved an exception to that. No good plant will live if the weed of Walkboth is not torn out. They let Rodine eat some of the paste, and she was rejuvenated. Rodine bid them farewell, moving back into the gloom. Okay, so because we had our horse to speak for us, that worked out. Rodine moves deeper into the collapsing land. A long non-time elapses without event or variation. You are quite creepy. Have I told you I don't like spiders very much? My life to save the world, a cheap price. Rodine's wanderings continue. Less and less of the dead world remains visible. It dwindles to shadows, whispers, and fleeting, brushing sensations. Finally, Rodine walks into something slithery and wispy, an enormous spider web. And with enormous web comes enormous spider. That's a sentence. Attack the spider, offer the spider a gift, offer the spider your life, smash the web. The web is nice, but I bet you can't weave the world back. That seems like if we were the trickster, that would have been our choice. I'm feeling 3, man. Yeah, remember, the opening of the game had the world spider. I'm pretty sure this is not our enemy. I think if we offered them our life is the way to go here. The web is nice, but I bet you can't weave the world back. I just don't feel like she has it in her. And the one time we've deviated, we were punished severely. I think we're gonna feed the spider. I'm gonna trust in Rodine. How dramatic! You thought I would nobly refuse your sacrifice, didn't you? You speck, you mote of dust. The spider's mandibles twitch. Still, you have work to do, no matter how cloth-headily you go about it. I sentence you to weave for me until you make something good. Resentfully at first, but still resentfully well into it. That is an amazing sentence. Resentfully at first, and then still resentfully while well into it. Rodine tries to weave something from the sticky silk. Because she cared about it, Rodine managed a halfway acceptable semblance of Berenstead, but the rest of the places and people she tried to make were not so good. You failed here, but succeeded before, the spider spat. Go, see if you can still redeem yourself. I'm not made for this fight, but fight it I must. This is where I wish we had somebody with some better fighting skills. The gods of chaos, discovering that the world had begun to heal itself, stomp to the place of regeneration to destroy it before it spreads. Teghern, the chaos deity most implacably devoted to Berensted's destruction, spots Rodine and charges towards her. How does she fight? While with agile maneuvers, with a berserk attack, with determined charge, by drawing him away and wearing him down. Okay, we still have a horse, so maybe we could do that. Or defeat him with the values your clan lived by. Okay, everyone bullied Babel, because all playthrough, I wanted to live up to the ancestors and our clan. I was generous when we were hungry. I was humble when we should have been proud. We will defeat him with the builder values. And if not, I'm still gonna gut him. I got an achievement that put a smile on my face. Spoilers. Defeat him with the values your clan lived by. Other chaos gods are fiercer than you, said Rodine, or greater in power, or crueler, but you are the worst, for you use the ordinary weaknesses of people as weapons to destroy them. That I did, Teghern giggled. Still, you never took from us our willingness to look at the ways of other people, to learn from them, to find the unity that terrifies you. Teghern wrinkled his trusks in annoyance. You thought we would stay trapped in old thinking, so that we'd stop looking at the world and finding new ways to fight you. Teghern's left eye twitched. Yet, it is our weakness that makes us human, that makes us forgivable. And you gross and purulent so-called god, you seek to destroy us because you envy those qualities, and you have a small pee-pee, which you can never comprehend. And at that moment, Rodine realized that she was Gina Jar, the last companion dead Orlanth would need to live again and restore the world. Teghorn wailed in fright, begged to be spared, but the truth in Rodine's new form emerged from her as a bolt, which blasted the Chaos God into 1,000 bits. As his screams reverberated into nothingness, Rodine knew that Teghorn had been annihilated and would never exist in the world to come. Get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked. This is for all of the builders. This is for everyone in Berenstead and the entire valley. Screw you. Screw your temptations. I hate you. Splattered in Teghorn's blood, Rodine returns to join the fight against his allies. As Rodine girds herself, Heralt, that other Orlanthi hero, appears and demands that she steps aside. This burden is mine alone. No, Rodine says, this victory is ours. Merging into one entity, Heralt and Rodine battle Walkboth and the Chaos Court. They are outnumbered, but not. Many others, including a troll, a dwarf, an elf, a dragon, fight in the same overlapping form. For the first time, the Chaos Court suffers a decisive defeat. What gift does Rodine claim from Heralt as a reward for victory? A long journey is about to end, but another will soon begin. Yeah, chaos has us surrounded. Good, we can swing in all directions. We could have the secrets of monster fighting, a strong arm against chaos, power over despair, power over fear, power over hidden and mysterious. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling power over chaos. I think we have a burning hatred of chaos after what they did. Power over the hidden mysterious will help us find the regalia. I think the regalia is done, my friend. Power over despair, says Flintlock. Oh my god, in a world where gods live even when killed, you actually perma-killed a god. Dude, do you know how mad they made her? Multiple eternities for this moment of victory. Power over despair so you don't lose morale 10 times a year. Okay, that's a fair argument. We despaired a lot. All right. You know what? And we don't want to have despair so that we can fight against chaos. I'll buy that for $1. We'll take power over despair. This would become a legend passed down to future Barenthetti. Well, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to make another game, so I don't think it will be. Proceed. How are you still alive? Rodine returns to find Berenstead battered but largely intact. Stranger still, a couple dozen clan members survived. Among them, Erlenlanth, who hails Rodine's return. None of them have any memory of the mass slaughter that Rodine survived. Time is just a suggestion, builders. There are few opportunities for daring once the sky turned black, but many for courage. I think I understand my father better now. I failed to reweave the world, but it seems I reweave Berenstead. So we didn't make the roll with the spider. I don't think we did the right one. I think we needed the spider to actually do it. I do think 5 was the correct choice for the good ending. But this is the ending that I think I deserve. I'm pretty happy with that. By some miracle, next game comes out, maybe your clan will avoid being grim for 90%. Well, with meta knowledge, if I was to do another playthrough, I would not let us get into the food spiral. I mean, that literally made this campaign about a magnitude of 10 harder than it needed to. I don't know if the game didn't sell well, Araska. What I saw from an interview was that it actually just took too long. They thought that the sequel would be quicker development time. Ride Like the Wind took them 4 years. This took them 5. And I think they just needed something that was a little bit shorter turnaround. So I don't know. Maybe it didn't sell well. That could be, but I think the stated reason was development time. There's a spider event throughout the game. We didn't even get it once. That's why we failed. Maybe because we didn't have regalia. Like, no cap on that. All right, proceed. A period of rebuilding follows. The dwarves came to lead you to the Unity battle, where all people of the region gather against Walkboth's army. With which allies do you form a special bond? The Dara Hapons, the people of the sun, the dwarves who live below you, the elves who return to the world, trolls who want their underworld back, or dragon newts as mysterious as ever. You know what? I'm gonna go with her. The elves who fed me when I would have starved. Together, the gathered people of Dragon Pass shattered the undead army. Walkboth the devil escapes, but Stormbowl pursues him, scraping him across the face of the earth and pinning him in a distant desert. Beneath a giant block of stone, chaos recedes, and ordinary life of mortals continue. Wrapped in a new maturity forged of the Unity battle, Lanth announces that he will undergo a second coronation. He renames himself after his father, whose prudence he finally appreciates. When asked how to distinguish him from the previous king, he says, "Call me Vinef the Stallion." All right, buddy. Let's not say that you were the one that saved the world here. Let's slow that roll a little bit. Victory. Win the game with a normal difficulty level. Prolonged victory. Win on prolonged duration. Achievements. Many years passed. Heroic actions of united peoples crush the presence of chaos until it dwindles entirely. Vinef the Stallion is still king, and Rodin still a hero wielding wondrous powers. When the sun, the full glowing sun of Orlanth once slew, rises again into the sky one morning, it's Orlanth who carries him. In the seasons that follow, holy folk learned much of this event, which they come to refer to as the Dawn. Not only Orlanth Storm King and Yelm the Sun have sprung back to life, but Ernalda the Earth, Ermal the Trickster, Voroth the Shepherd, Isaris the Traitor, Lunkormai the Sage, and all the gods of the Storm Court and beyond. Even Hermunkt Deathlord comes alive again, in a lot of irony. This means that people can once more entirely die, relieving the elderly and wounded of their suffering. Though much remains to rebuild, the people born of the Age of Chaos have never experienced a time of such fertility and joy, and they owe it all to the builders. That's right, all 25 of you. Good job, team. And Rodin, who rewove the world and triumphed in the I Fought, We Won battle. Oh, what a good one. I fought, we won. So that all could prevail in the Unity battle. I'm gonna screenshot that. I like that line a lot. The I Fought, We Won battle. That is really good. I like that a lot. Restore and try again? No, I think now I rest. Now I rest. Okay, well, what a painful ride it has been. And I have to say, thank you to those of you who stuck it out. Through my obstinance and pride, we did manage to make it despite myself. That was a good ending. Apparently that's not the best ending either. I think the World Spider ending's the good one. But I'm very happy with that. I feel like that's the ending we deserved. So I'm pretty good about that. I do wish we didn't have to do so many save scummings, but I wasn't using it to fix things. I literally only re-rolled when we died, so it is what it is. Easy game. Don't make me cry, Droog. So there won't be a 6 days. Well, they never said never, but they have a new game they're developing. It's not that. It's something about like a procedural, some sort of like procedural hell game where you fight in hell, the RPG thing. I don't have too many details about it. I would love to see more, despite not enjoying this one as much. I like the series a lot. I like the world a lot. I do have to say though, I played all three. I've not fully beaten King of Dragon Pass. I've never actually got the ending, but I played a decent amount. I think King of Dragon Pass is actually my favorite. At some point, we will play that on the channel so I can have all three of them. Now we try the hardest difficulty. No, please. No, please. If we found the regalia, there it is. I'm really frustrated. I was really interested in the king's story, and we tried. I tried every single time we had regalia come up, and we found a different treasure once. We game overed once, and we had the person I sent there die once. So rip all 3 of those. I'm very sad about that. I've only beaten King of Dragon Pants once, but played it countless times. It's more concrete conditions to win sometimes. Well, in King of Dragon Pass, there's no, like, you can get a game over screen, but it's pretty hard to do. Ooh, excuse me. You can get a game over screen, but it's pretty hard to do. So if you fail the victory condition, you can try again. In 6 Ages and 1 and 2, it's game over. I actually thought that the ending of this one was better because it felt less like we could just straight up fail. Ride Like the Wind sucked. I did not like that mechanic. It was literally like you have to pass 5 checks in a row and you can't have had any of these important characters die or it's game over. And it's not even instant game over. They made you play a couple more years before you gamed over. I did not like both of those. I liked the sandboxiness of King of Dragon Pass more. I also liked that there were character stories in King of Dragon Pass, but let's say like Rodin dies, another character can kind of like get the same story so you can get the content. We missed out on multiple people's stories because they just died. So we only got part of the content, and multiple people in chat said that there were events that we didn't even get. Just totally random chance. So that was a little bit painful. Araska says, I like in King of Dragon Pass, you can't just fail outright from random chance. Like, if you fail a roll, it might kill your king candidate, but you can make a new one. Yep, totally. That's what I expected these games to be, and that's why I think I was a little disappointed there. What are the runes, Adius? I actually have no idea what that even is. Is that something we get after the regalia? I've gotten the troll game over because of a way I found to farm magic by attacking the troll king. The ancestral enemy, they die, but your ancestor will give you magic for trying. Interesting. When I first played King of Dragon Pass, I made one of the story characters my queen candidate. Turns out she can't become queen. Oh no. Oops. What would be your next live stream? I'm not 100% certain. I kind of want to just do like a low stress stream or two after this absolute like gray hair inducing playthrough. I might, do not hold me to this. This is not a promise. I'm thinking at the moment, either we'll do another, oh my gosh, my brain is way too fried. Game we've been playing in hell that Babel is totally blanking on the name of. Solarium Infernum. Either we'll do another Solarium Infernum. People did request that I do a army focus playthrough, and I do want to do that at some point. Or I kind of want to do just probably one stream. I don't think it's worthy of probably more than that. Down with the Ship. I'm really enjoying that. I was planning originally to record like 3 different things on Saturday, and I ended up just playing Down with the Ship all day. And I recorded like 4 episodes in a row because I was having so much fun. So I may just do one stream of that. For some reason, like there's only like 2 other dudes who've done a video, and I think it's a really good game. So I may do that. That'd be super low stress for me. We'd do like 2 or 3 runs that evening. Probably just the one stream of that though. And then the other one I'm thinking, and I don't know if I want to commit to this yet or not. We just had a mech RPG come out, and I did pick it up. Nitrogen Omega. We might stream that. I haven't decided if I want to do it. We may just stream it once or twice, or I may commit to a playthrough depending on if I can research how long the game is. I do want to do another Shadow Empire Droog, so that is coming. I don't know if I want to do that yet or wait maybe like one more stream series. We do have kind of a timeline. I believe it is the middle of June. We have Scroll of Taiwu come out. Something I've been waiting for like 5 years, and I want to hit that pretty hard. But I also will be on my summertime schedule. For anyone new, I don't work summers, so I will do a much heavier stream schedule. I don't know if I'm going to do what I did last year, which was a 4-hour morning stream, I'd take a couple hours of break and do a 4-hour evening stream. I like that schedule, but it was very hard for me to do because I was juggling 4 playthroughs at once, and that was a little much. But I will definitely be streaming a lot more in about a month. So yeah, we'll see. I do want to do Shadow Empire. It is on the short list though. We still want to do the other 2 political things that we haven't tried yet. And I'm kind of leaning towards the authoritarian one, just because it was so bad in the past. I want to see if it's any better. Yeah, you deserve a relaxing game. Well, thank you. I definitely need it. My voice needs it too. All day at work, people kept asking me why my voice was so husky. So I must have really damaged it yesterday. I can feel it again tonight. Walkboss survives, he infested chat. All praise Nickelback. Are you planning on more Solar Expanse? I don't think I'm going to continue that series. The viewership just dropped off a cliff. I do like the game though. I think I'm going to wait for a couple updates and then we'll play it again. Knowing what I know now, I could definitely play it better. And we're at the point in that playthrough where I would really need to play it for multiple hours and kind of cut you guys in and out as things happen, which I would totally do if it was popular, but I got like 100 views on the last video and it's just not worth it at that point. I like the game, but it's not like a passion. Like 6 Ages 2, even if there was no one watching, I would have finished this because I wanted to finish this. So it either has to be popular or a passion project for me. Or I guess someday maybe somebody will sponsor me. Maybe someday I'll get some of that sweet sponsor money I can sell out. But until then, yeah. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the wings though. Like this summer, I really would like to do. I mean, really, I'd like to do both Octopath Traveler and the new Tales remaster. I highly doubt I can get through 2 RPGs though. Maybe. In addition to all the other strategy stuff I have in the wings. I also picked up Space Haven. Space Haven also is another one that I might stream. I've heard it takes forever though, so I don't know if that would make a good stream game. It seems like it plays very slow. So I'm not 100% certain on that. Okay, I can feel my voice absolutely dying, so let's call it there. We've been staring at this blank screen for freaking ever, listening to me jibber jabber. So if you enjoyed the suffering and you enjoyed our well-deserved victory, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. That helps me a ton. If for some weird reason you made it this far and you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back here in chat or maybe join me in the comments of a video. If you want to support the channel, you can always join me live for a super chat. Consider a super thanks on a video you enjoyed. Become a member of the channel. That does get you early access to videos that I'm working on. That changes all the time. Or check out the Patreon if you just want to leave a tip. All right, guys, I am going to go have a well-deserved crash. I hope you have a great evening. I look out for whatever I'm going to do on Wednesday. It should be regular time, and I hope to see you there. All right, guys, thanks for riding with me. I fought. We won. Babble out.